Oh, bro. Let's go. Sorry for the audio problem, guys. Get what's going on. We're back. All right, we're back. We're back. We're back. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's go. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Shout out Shelly in the chat. I see you in there chatting it up. Um, Hopefully everybody had a good day today. If you were able to catch the morning stream, man, it was really jumping this morning. Had a good stream. Make sure you guys check that out if you didn't already. Also, we got a new police body cam reaction video on the channel. You guys, please start supporting our uploaded stuff. The same way you guys support this live stream, it'll be very beneficial to the channel. And you know what I mean? It can really open some new doors for us. So if you see a new video uploaded from us, just watch that thing, man. Even if it's not the live streams, because you guys turn up and show out for the live streams. But I need you doing the same thing for our pre-recorded videos, comments, likes, all that good stuff, just to really help get us jumping. And keep our momentum. You know what I mean? We don't want to lose momentum and let things slow down by having to rely on our live stream so heavily. But with that being said, bros, we got a good show lined up for you guys. This first one is really intriguing case to me. It seems
into this
like
category.
the guy who's the suspect's mom was an actual judge in his county or city, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, so it seems like he's going to be able to use her leverage to kind of get out of this. So, you know what I mean? We'll see how that goes. Hey, Bradley, welcome to the chat. Shout out, Bradley. Welcome, my boy. Yeah, man, we're chilling. Big chilling today. Hopefully we could catch some vibes. Hopefully we could catch some super chats. Hopefully we could catch some gifts. Definitely double tap them screens. You know we need them subscriptions. We're on the road to 10K, guys. I think we're approaching 4,200 now. So we should get through 5K sometime this week. But that's only up to y'all how fast we actually get through it. So make sure you're hitting that subscribe button if you haven't already. Appreciate all you guys hitting that like button on the way in. I see them likes going up. Appreciate you guys. Let's get straight into the show. Hey, David, welcome. Welcome. Welcome to the chat.
There's a door between you and the dog. Your son's door is closed. You go and get your rifle, and you come back to shoot the dog.
Oh, but I did get the rifle just in case. I told them the truth. That's the truth. I drew a diagram.
Okay, well, the deal is Justin, this is where we are, and there's nothing I can do to help you at this point.
This video contains the interview of a man whose mother, a judge, tried to use her influence to prevent him from being charged with attempted murder. The children of people in power often think their parents' position gives them free license to do whatever they want.
Ain't that the truth? People who have successful parents, bro, are the most spoiled fucking people.
Even if it means breaking the law. Justin Haynes certainly seemed to fall into this category. In 2019, Haynes, who had previously had trouble with the law, got into a fight with his girlfriend, Jasmine Perkins. Also in the home were Haynes's young son, who was in another room, and Perkins' dog, a protective pit bull. Perkins became fearful when Haynes lost his temper and barricaded herself in the bedroom with her dog. Haynes was enraged and went to get his rifle, which he then used to shoot through the door multiple times. Perkins was struck twice, although she was not killed. The dog was harmed during the events.
That's crazy as fuck. That, bro, you shot your girlfriend because she hid herself in the room. I mean, I know all couples have issues, and there hasn't been times, where we all in our relationship have probably left the room or locked ourselves away from our partner to kind of decompress. But for someone to come back in the room with the gun or shoot through the door with the gun, bro, this man needs to be locked the fuck up.
And the police arrived on the scene quickly in response to a frantic call Perkins had managed to make while Haynes was getting his gun. When they arrived at the station, Haynes called his mother, Judge Barbara Hobbs, to come represent him. This was highly unethical, and Hobbs attempted to use her position to prevent Haynes from being charged.
Bro, that poor mom. But that just shows you she's been probably an enabler his whole life, bro. His whole life. There's no reason this guy couldn't have been a judge or a lawyer himself. You know what I mean? If that was his starting point. If that was his starting point.
Yeah, what's in the news?
Right here.
I mentioned you.
Hmm?
I mentioned you.
Coming?
Did they mention you?
Who? No, they mentioned me. I would have been very upset if they should.
Do you want to be present while we speak to him?
Yes.
Okay, all right. You're welcome to sit next to him.
Sure.
I'll move your chair around. So just so you're aware, the recording is now going. I'm going to back up record this as well in audio. Okay. This is Investigator Kelly Isaacs. She's assisting me, tonight.
Okay.
Mr. Haynes, you're present with your attorney. However, I'm still going to read you your rights, just so you're aware of them, okay? Before you answer any questions or make any statements, you must fully understand your rights. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have them present with
For her being a judge, you could tell she shouldn't be here. Because obviously if you were a judge, you were a lawyer. You know what I mean? Her body language is like off the charts bad right now. Off the charts. You do not want your lawyer sitting like this. She should have had someone else represent him. But I think she's trying to use her clout to make this go away because she is a judge.
you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights as I've explained to you?
I do.
Okay. Have you previously asked any of the law enforcement officers to allow you to speak to an attorney about this incident? Which you said yes. Your attorney's here. And having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me about this now?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, tell them the truth.
So,
Haynes is prompted to speak by his legal representative, who also happens to be his mother.
this is kind of unique. Your mom is also your lawyer, all right?
Kalita, welcome to the chat. I was gonna say something. I was gonna say some shit, but I forgot.
No matter how far into this you get, I'm sure she's explained this to you, you can stop, okay? I'm not going to push you to do anything you don't want to do,
I understand.
okay? And we'll go through it as much as you want to or as little as you want to, all right?
Yes, sir.
If for any reason you don't agree, because family's family, I understand. This, like I said, this is more emotional than just your typical.
We can proceed on.
Okay. All right. So,
Well, Edward, this is his mom. His mom is a judge in the county. She's also acting as his lawyer right now.
how I understand it is, from what you've told officers so far, is that the dog was attacking you. You were scared and shot.
I was in fear for my life. The dog had already bit me
Mm-hmm.
at that time. There was some type of disagreement. I don't even know what the circumstances for the disagreement was, but she had so-called barricaded herself within the room with the dog.
Okay.
Hey, shout out Tony. Everybody give Tony some love. We got another member in the chat. Now we got Brad and Tony in the building.
This is happening.
Being the deterrent for me to come into the room. She obviously knew that the dog was upset. Because she was upset anytime I've dealt with her, and the dog, and she gets upset. The dog tends to mirror her emotions. I went in the room to try to speak with her about what was going on. The dog immediately got upset and disgruntled. She tried to restrain the dog at that point, and I reached into the closet to try to go and get something out of the closet.
Mm-hmm. What were you trying to get out of the closet?
Just some clothes.
Okay.
I was just trying to put on some drawers and a shirt. I didn't have anything on at the time.
Okay.
So I went in there to try to retrieve some stuff. In the process, she's trying to restrain the dog because she's arguing with me, and at the same time the dog is upset.
What was the argument over?
Because she didn't feel that it was appropriate that she was not able to come to the house.
Okay. This is not a house where she lives, correct?
No, it's not her house. It's
Okay.
it's where I stay.
Okay.
They've already told.
Hey, what's up, Brad? You a lucky man. You a lucky man. Roll one up for me, brother. Hey, Stacy, welcome to the chat. Elaine, how's your day going? Welcome in. This guy shot at his girlfriend and killed her dog while they were having an argument at their house. He's now using his mother, who's a judge in the county, to represent him.
Told her that she's not welcome at the house. There's a trespass order against her at the house.
So he shot his girlfriend and shot her dog during the argument. He's claiming that the dog made him fear for his life, and that's why he grabbed the rifle.
Okay. But you allowed her there initially tonight.
I allowed her to pick up the dog.
Okay.
There's a trespass order against her at the house. So in the process, I allowed her to come in and retrieve her dog. She decided to stay longer than it is that it would have taken to take the dog.
Oh shit, 2 members just entered the building. Shout out my girl Tisha. And we know that Vegas model just snuck in through that VIP entrance. What's going on, Vegas?
Okay.
From the house. In the process, she lingered around, stayed in the living room or whatever, ended up coming into some type of confrontation with me. I don't even know what it was about, but I'm assuming it was the fact that she could not be at the house because of what my grandfather and my mother told her about coming to the house. And this has to do with cutting my tires and doing all kinds of other things at the house. So I was explaining to her that this is not going to be appropriate. You have to take this dog here. From here, I can't watch the dog anymore. Anyway, she got an attitude about that. She goes into the...
When did you have that conversation? I'm sorry.
This is just prior to...
So in person?
Yes, sir.
Did you communicate this at all by phone? Earlier? Like,
absolutely.
Oh, damn, Shelly, I got it backwards. I thought he shot the girlfriend and killed the dog. I thought it was an attempted murder charge and then a murder of the dog. But we'll see. I think you're right. I might have misheard it. Shout out David, man. Welcome to the chat, my boy. Jacksonville, North Carolina. I think we did a case from there not too long ago.
Absolutely. I told her, and I'm not sure if it was via text or a phone call, where it is that I told her that it was...
Shout out Scotland.
Inappropriate.
The reason I'm asking is if there's any kind of proof to what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I want to know it. So if there's cell phone communication between you two.
I can't remember if there were text messages or not. I would have to reference my phone.
Oh, what up, DeWine? How's it going, my boy? I didn't see you in the chat. My apologies.
But I know it is that I told her that it was...
Even call logs, yeah.
Shit, April just showed up in the building, y'all. Show her some love. You know we got to shout out all the members. Appreciate y'all.
I believe there is a text message that indicates that I was not cool with the dog and that we needed to be... If the dog was going to stay any longer than it is as she intended, that we needed to be careful about it because they didn't want the dog there and I didn't personally want the dog there because he's a liability.
Haynes is casting a lot of the blame on the dog. However, there is no evidence that the dog has ever been aggressive. Right?
That's what I was going to say, bro. If he was already biting you, I'm sure y'all would have filed a report. You know what I mean? I don't know if anything he said about restraining orders were true because the cops would have already have documented this shit. But who else just came in? April. No, Derek. Derek, welcome to the chat, my boy. You know we love when the members show up to the live stream.
Today I went by the house on my way to church, and I saw the dog in the yard. I went through the roof. So I know
Okay.
he had to get rid of that dog.
Judge Hobbs should know better than to interrupt, and that her testimony carries very little weight in this case. Of course, as a judge, she should also know that her involvement in this case is a conflict of interest and highly inappropriate.
Right.
She made it very clear that the dog needed to go.
Okay.
At that point, I indicated that to her earlier in the day, or at least at anywhere from lunchtime to closing time, 5 o'clock.
Okay.
That the dog was not welcome at the house and that she would have to make other arrangements as far as keeping the dog. She said something about being Airbnb, and that's what her house was doing, and that she couldn't keep the dog at the house because due to obviously her rental situation with Airbnb. Once it is that we got into an argument about the dog, she decided to barricade herself in that's my words, barricade herself within the room to where it is that I couldn't access my own bedroom without having to go through her or the dog.
Okay.
I go into the bedroom to try to go ahead and talk to her about what it is that's going on and removing the dog from the house. Dog is disgruntled. She is restraining the dog in this kind of manner, right?
Okay. So she's got it like around the body, the neck.
Around the neck.
Okay.
Trying to keep.
This gotta be fake, right? Yeah, this gotta be fake. Dude in here trolling. My boy trolling. Hey, yeah, that's fake, bro. That dude is trolling, man. Dude is trolling as fuck.
The dog from
Okay.
advancing. Anyway, I go into the room, try to retrieve whatever it is that I retrieve from the closet. The dog bites me on the leg.
Okay.
From that point, I retreat out of the room. I leave the room, shut the door behind me, and I immediately go and grab, I guess it would be the AK that's in my house.
Okay. Describe that gun so we know which one it is.
It is a Kalashnikov, an AK-47.
Is it like a short barrel type gun, a long barrel, 16-inch barrel type gun? Does it have a stock on it?
It's got a stock.
It's a rifle. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. Is it? What color is it?
It's a wood stock, and it's a pretty much black gun.
Okay.
The handgun, it is that I usually keep in the house, happened to be in the closet, so I didn't have any access to that, so I retreated to whatever it is that I had to defend myself against the dog.
And where did you say you kept the AK?
It's in another bedroom, close to the bathroom on the other side of the house.
Okay.
Spare bedroom.
So you retreated from the bedroom because you couldn't go any further to get your pistol.
Correct.
So you retreated from the bedroom, went and got your AK-47
from another bedroom.
from another bedroom and came back to this.
According to the victim, Haynes was already armed, which is what prompted her to barricade herself in the bedroom.
Bedroom.
Yes, sir. It's
Okay.
a 4-bedroom house.
Okay.
In the process,
See, that's why I don't think his girlfriend's dead, because she has testimony and she called the police. Maybe she died while she was on the way to the hospital, but I'm pretty sure the dog died and she lived. I think she got shot twice, but lived.
when it is that I tried to go back in there and ask her to take the dog up out of here, because the bedroom that I share is adjacent to the bedroom that my son shares. It's right
Okay.
across. There's a bathroom here, my bedroom, and his bedroom. So when it is that I opened the door, the dog was sitting right behind the door again, right behind my bedroom door.
Okay.
So when it is that I open up the door, the dog is right there. Shut the door. I ask her, Jasmine, take the dog up out of the house. I'm telling you, I'm serious. The dog has already bit me. Shoot. Through the door, in my intention is at the dog. Right?
Okay.
Because at this point, I don't want my son to walk out of the room who was just behind me, not even 2 or 3 feet from behind me, in defense. So
Yeah, I had to ban that guy from the chat. Shout out Letha. She was removing his trolley ass comments, but yeah, I kicked him out. He can't come back. I had to check his channel. I was like, "Is this real?" And then I checked his channel, and it was a person. So I was like, "Oh, this is a fucking troll." It's actually a good thing, bro. He had me for a second. I had to read that shit twice.
shoot right through the corner or the lock of the door, right? Okay. At where it is that I perceive the dog to still be. Upon doing that, she starts yelling and blah 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 blah. You shot me, and I didn't see the dog after that since I was apprehended and everything. But my intention was to go ahead and deal with the threat at the time because I was in fear for my life and obviously for my son's life.
I think he was shooting through the door. I don't know what the fuck he talking about. Look how his mom looking at him. She's his lawyer, and she's looking at him like, bro, none of that fucking happened. Even if she's gonna turn around and lie to the police, her body language is this motherfucker is lying, bro. Look at her. Look at her body language.
Not only did Haynes shoot his girlfriend, but he injured the dog as well. Before we move forward, I want to extend my thanks for watching. This video today has no sponsor, so if you're enjoying it, subscribing helps the channel grow. You can also check out my second
my bad, second-degree murder attempt. I didn't see that part, Shelly. I just saw you put second-degree murder. My apologies.
channel, Stranger Crimes, after this video.
Was the dog trying to get through the door?
Yes, the dog.
So there'll be scratch marks on the door.
I don't know how you would say the dog is trying to get through the door, but he can jump, and he scratches at the door. Even when you let him out to go and urinate out on the back porch, you can hear him scratching at the door and jumping to do so. Okay. So while I was outside of the door, the dog is whining, doing the kind of whimpering sound, and scratching at the door as well as jumping at it. So when I come back to the door, it's the process of him doing all of that, and I basically just reacted.
Okay.
Look at her. She like, this shit sounds so stupid. She was like, bro, that sounds so stupid. Why are we even in here? Why are you even talking to them? She's a judge, though. She knows this is stupid.
Can I just ask one question? Why were you afraid of the dog?
The dog had already bit me, and she has personally told me that the dog had mauled her ex-fiance to the point where he had plastic surgery on one side of his face because of a similar situation just like this, where he was trying to enter a room. She was apparently in the room, and the dog...
If the dog had previously attacked someone to that extent, it would have been removed from the owner and put down.
Attacked him.
Okay.
Yeah, plastic surgery, bro. There's going to be a lot of paperwork for that.
I don't know if there's a police report about it, but his name is Junior Tate.
Okay.
And he had to have some type of surgery, according to her, as a result of the incident with the dog, or the contact with the dog.
Okay.
So I know that the dog is capable of hurting someone. Because prior to that night and prior to our interaction, he had knocked my son down already, and he began to cry. So I put him in the room, and I actually locked the door at that time.
What, like?
Yes, sir.
Was the dog attacking your son, or
or just
running around the house? I mean,
I can't discern whether or not it was. I won't say he was attacking, but he was playing in such a manner that.
To me, he looks like a baseball player or something. I can't put a finger on it, but he looks like a baseball player to me. I can't remember the name, though.
Or he was dealing with my son in such a manner as that my son started crying. He didn't appreciate the contact.
Okay.
In other words.
How old is this dog?
6, maybe.
Okay.
Upon my son falling down and crying and stuff like that, I believe that at that point she retreated to the room.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So just for the scenario, just so I get this correct, she comes over at your request to come retrieve the dog.
Yes, sir.
Okay. There's an argument that happens over this. She's upset because she's been trespassed from the house. Now needs to find a place for this dog. She's upset by that, and you guys argue.
Well, truth be told, and I did not know this until she told me about this, but I actually thought she was in Atlanta. I thought she had moved from Tallahassee.
Okay.
But apparently she has an apartment somewhere here in town.
Okay.
In Leon County. So with
Shout out, girl. Stop it.
all of that being now known, she has a place for the dog. The dog doesn't necessarily have to stay at my house, but because she's doing this Airbnb thing, she feels the need to allow the dog to stay at the house.
Okay.
Or because we have some type of communal relationship.
How long has this dog been at your house?
4 or 5 days now. Maybe 5, 6 days now.
5 or 6 days?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How long has she had the dog?
From puppy, since he was a puppy.
6 years?
At least, yeah, I would imagine.
Okay. And this is the only time the dog has stayed at your house?
Yes, sir. He hasn't been at
the last
house
4 or 5 days?
Yes, sir.
She's not going to tell me any different?
No, he hasn't been at the house otherwise, because I can't even have my own dog, which is also a pit bull, and it's due to the fact that the insurance wouldn't allow it. She wouldn't allow it, and she actually has my pit bull,
Okay.
my mom, that is, and I was not able to bring the dog to the house, so I tried to convey that.
I never heard of no shit like that. So obviously this is a house his mom owns that he lives in. Don't know house insurance to ever say you can't have a dog, bro. I never heard no dumb shit like that.
To her that, this has gone far enough, you need to take the dog from here.
Okay.
Especially after the incident Sunday where I was on the porch and she witnessed the dog there as well as myself, and she made
Okay. Has the dog bitten you before?
No, he's hurt my son before though.
How did he hurt your son?
Due to the dog doesn't have any restraints as far as jumping and scratching, so
like an excitement thing or trying to injure your son type thing?
well, you couldn't tell the difference in my opinion, but these scratches are due to the dog in particular.
Okay. So he's got
He was scratching himself up, bro, trying to make it look like dogs scratched him. He did that shit himself.
long nails.
Cause why the fuck would you have that short of shorts on to where a dog could scratch you? Like you would at least have some basketball shorts or some sweats on in the house.
He likes to jump up on people.
He does,
Okay.
absolutely, and it hasn't been a situation where she's restrained the dog from jumping on people.
Okay.
My son is only 3 years old. The dog, if he jumped on Malcolm, would be taller than my son.
Right.
Obviously would knock him down.
Right. I get
And
that.
that happened this evening. So as a result of that and then being bit.
But I mean, that's not necessarily an aggressive thing. That's more of a nuisance thing, though, right?
No, I've made it very clear to her that I don't appreciate.
Well, as far as the dog's demeanor in that case, it's more of a nuisance than an aggression.
I can't speak to the dog.
Hey, Sean Wynn, welcome to the chat. Tim, I see you, my boy. Raymond, how's it going? And C-Cuz, welcome to the chat, my guys.
Dog's
Okay.
cognitive, functions as
Well, I know that. No one can talk to dogs.
Yes, sir.
But
If the dog had a history of aggression, why did Haynes allow it in the house with his child in the first place? Why did he try and force himself into the bedroom if he truly feared the dog would attack? And why, if he was trying to evict the woman, was he not wearing clothes at the time? Haynes's story has several points that do not add up.
as far as, the dog viciously attacking your son, that's never happened.
Viciously attacking? No, I wouldn't say viciously, but the dog has a tendency to play very rough.
Okay.
Even if
Playful.
it is with a child.
Okay. So the dog plays rough, likes to jump up on people, and in this case, today, bit you.
That's crazy, bro. I've owned my own house, and now I live in a house that's owned by my in-laws. We rent from them, and both times, bro, I've never heard anything about animals in insurance. Like when you buy a dog, you don't gotta update your fucking home insurance, bro. Like I don't. I've never heard of that.
Yes, sir.
Because you were.
And this house is. I mean, I'm sure it's a thing, maybe, but in California, I can. I haven't had to deal with it. I mean, we have two little dogs, but in Las Vegas, when I owned my own house, I never. The home insurance was just wrapped into the fucking mortgage. And I don't never remember discussing about what animals I was allowed to have and not have.
Arguing with its owner, right?
Correct.
Okay. Um, and what part of the house did this happen where you were bitten?
In the bedroom.
In the bedroom.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you and her were in the bedroom.
Your bedroom?
Your bedroom?
She was in the bedroom.
She was in the bedroom. Uh-huh.
I was trying to enter my bedroom. This
Right.
is what you would,
Right.
I guess, consider.
This is your
master
house.
bedroom.
Every room is yours. I get it.
Excuse me.
So
What
the
you-
master bedroom?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I tried to enter the master bedroom, and the dog was literally sitting behind the door. She was in the bed. At that time,
Okay, Tim, that makes more sense to me. The homeowner's insurance don't care. It's the state or the city that requires if you have a specific breed of dog that you have insurance on the dog in case he attacks somebody. That makes more sense to me.
once it is that I came through the door, the dog got aggressive. And it may just be due to my mannerisms.
Yeah, I'm sure you were mad
I
that
was
she was
upset.
not listening. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's your house. She's not allowed to be there.
As a result, the dog, I would imagine, consents my hostility, and as a result, gave hostility back.
Okay.
So when I came into the door, she realized that because I personally believe she knows the temperament of her dog. She
Mhm.
knows what is going to set him off. So I went into the room, and as soon as I did, she tried to restrain the dog.
Okay.
Right. So when I went in there, I went directly into my closet, and I had to walk past them because the bed. If this is
Hey, so everybody, our member Connie just showed up to the building. Show her some love, y'all. Give her some warm embraces.
the bed and this is the closet
Mhm.
that I had to access, I would have had to walk from the door right past the bed to the closet here.
Okay.
As a result, when I walked past the closet, they were sitting in this area.
Okay.
Right? And when I scooped past, I didn't get bit at that time, but when I walked back, like out the door, the dog bit me at that time.
Okay.
And from that point on...
Did you have anything in your hands at that
No,
point?
I didn't have anything.
Okay. Were you still arguing with her?
Asking her why it is that, she's doing this. At this point, I've been very hospitable to the dog.
Yeah, what was your
Let him out.
demeanor during that?
I was upset. I was visually
Okay.
upset.
And her?
She was upset as well.
Okay.
And I believe that the dog could understand the upset
Okay.
feelings that were in the air. But once I passed there to enter the closet, wasn't a problem. She was able to restrain the dog, but somehow or other, once it
Guys, post where you're tuning in from so I can shout your city and name out.
is that I retrieved what it is that I needed from the closet, the dog went and bit me on the leg. And at that point, I retreated out of the room.
Okay. So you're scared of the dog, but you go in the room anyway. You go to the closet. You think it's okay, and then you go back out, and the dog bites you
It's not
as
necess-
you're leaving the room.
It's not necessarily that I was afraid of the dog because the dog had been at my house
Right.
throughout this time.
Okay.
He acts different when she is there versus when she's not there.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm not necessarily afraid of him when she's not there, right? But if she is there, the dog has a
He lying, bro. He lying off top. If that dog was aggressive towards him when she is there, then he's going to be aggressive when he's not there. The dog might try to hide from him when he's there by himself, but if there was a part where they cross paths, that dog would show aggression. And I know that because my girl's dog hates me. My We have two little dogs. Our black dog, he hates me. He snuck attacked me before when I was getting laundry. He bit my hand. I didn't know he was in the closet. He was hiding and he bit me. Like he snaps at me. He's more aggressive when she's around, don't get me wrong. But if I try to fuck with him when she's not around, he's gonna bite the shit out of me. So we just stay away from each other. Like we literally like see each other and both run opposite directions. Like me and that dog, he was a rescue dog. And before my wife adopted that dog, he was like really badly abused by his male owner. So now he hates all men. Like if you're a man, he don't fuck with you at all. But he's really good with kids and women. That's why like I don't mind him and I trust him around the house because if anyone's gonna get bit, it's gonna be me. You know what I mean? And he's real small to where it's not gonna be life threatening in any way. But you know what I mean? Basically, we just avoid each other. Like we just stay away from each other because I know if I walk too close to him, he's gonna bite at me or start barking if I make too much noise. You know what I mean? So he is more aggressive around his mom, but he's still aggressive outside of that too. So unless I don't believe this guy.
Whole different demeanor and personality. Absolutely.
Okay.
So when I walked into the room, he was barking, he was upset, visually upset, and she was restraining him by his collar.
Yeah, he was Ashley. Shout out Ashley, man. Welcome her to the chat. You know we got a show out for our members.
Well, by his neck like that.
Has there been any other time where the dog's been protective of her when you and her have been there?
Absolutely.
Okay. How many times before this?
She used to have an apartment on 2241 Pensacola Street. And anytime it is that we had an argument, I would always have to put the dog away or
Earlier, Haynes said that this was the first time the dog stayed at his home. Now he is claiming that he has had to remove the dog from the area during previous fights.
ask her to put the dog away because he's very temperamental.
Okay. Has it ever
He's never-
chewed through a door, broken through a door in any other circumstance?
No.
Bro, I didn't do shit to that dog. I didn't do shit to that dog. But I remember when me and my wife first started like getting serious and she moved into my apartment at the time, she had been living with me and my kids for like a week. And then I tried to take the dog out to go to the bathroom and that shit just shot out the door. It just shot out the door. And I got a special needs son, bro, but he's so funny. Like as soon as Letha came home, he was like, "We lost that dog. That dog gone." Like she's crying, like sad that her dog is missing. And then I'm feeling like, damn, bro, I lost my new girlfriend's dog. Like, damn. And then this dude out of nowhere goes, "Yeah, we lost that dog. He gone." And we just started cracking up. We then still went around the neighborhood and put up a whole bunch of signs and stuff. And eventually somebody found the dog and brought him back to us. But yeah, I'll just never forget that. To this day, that little boy still says, "We lost that dog. He gone."
Oh, but he does have the ability to jump and paw the door.
Right.
How big is the dog?
I would say
How much does it weigh, you think?
45, maybe 50 pounds.
50 pounds?
Maybe.
Okay. How big is your dog?
I would say he's probably 65, 70 pounds.
So this dog is smaller than yours?
My personal dog, yes, sir.
Your dog is bigger than hers?
Correct.
Okay. I would imagine you know your dog's weight, you take it to the vet and all that stuff. Hers, you might not know because you
I
don't
would
really
say
take
he's
care of
anywhere
it.
from 65 to 70 pounds.
Okay. So when you decide to go into the room and as you're leaving the dog bites you and you're
Yeah, Michael, that's his mom. She's a local judge. She's trying to use her influence to try to get him out of this shit, but it's not going to work.
going back into the living room now because you just got bit by the dog, right?
Yes, sir.
Is that accurate?
Yes, sir.
Where's your son?
He is in the room just adjacent to my bedroom.
Okay. So there's your bedroom, you said another room, and then your son's room, or bathroom, and then your son's room?
If this is my son's room,
You want to draw it?
if that would make it easier, yes, sir. If this is my son's bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
there is a small hallway here that leads to a bathroom,
Okay.
and my bedroom here.
Okay, where are the doors to the bedrooms?
Okay, so the doors would be right here.
Okay. All right.
And then this leads into the rest of the house.
Okay, so the bathroom's over here. And
Yeah, Nick, she stopped doing that when people were around. But yeah, if she openly admitted to that shit, who knows what she did to that dog and when no one was around.
there's dual access to the bathroom, I would imagine, or just yours?
Well, truth be told, the room is probably a little bigger than that.
Okay.
And it looks.
Okay. All right. Is this door open or closed?
This door is closed at the time.
Okay, as you're leaving, so your son's door is closed, and did she close the door behind you when she left and kept the dog in the room?
No, I closed the door.
Okay, you closed the door.
I don't know what happened in the room as far as she goes. Maybe she jumped back in the bed, or maybe she stayed with the dog. But I closed the door.
Okay.
To my bedroom.
Okay. Was that to prevent the dog from following you around?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, Vegas, I smoke Juuls. That's my favorite vape. They're just mad expensive, so I don't always buy them.
Did she lock herself in your room?
To my knowledge, no. I opened the door and found the dog on the other side of the door when it is that I tried to go back in there to talk to her after the dog had bit me.
Okay.
And upon doing that, I just shut the door back and reacted.
So you shut the door. There's a door between you and the dog.
She's a judge. She's acting as his lawyer, supposedly. That's how she's in the room right now.
Your son's door is closed. You go and get your rifle.
Correct.
And you come back to shoot the dog. As the door is closed.
That was not my intention, was to just shoot the dog, but I did get the rifle just in case anything were to happen, whether that were my son to open up the door or I was to open up the door and the dog were to be loose in the house.
Okay.
So I went and got the rifle just in case, because I didn't have access to the handgun that was in the room with her.
Okay. Okay. So, like I said, at the time you pulled the trigger, the door was shut, the dog was behind the door, and you thought you were shooting at the dog.
That was my intention.
And it wasn't your intention to shoot her?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
No, sir.
All right. Go ahead.
I'm having trouble visualizing.
Okay.
You did with the box earlier. If you're
Oh, shit. The fuck?
To shoot the dog.
Hey, shout out Rodney Miller for that sub, man. Appreciate you, gang.
As the door is closed.
That was not my intention, was to just shoot the dog, but I did get the rifle just in case anything were to happen, whether that were my son.
I get it. I mean,
If Haynes had truly been concerned about the dog, he easily could have taken his son, left the house, and called the police. Instead, he chose to shoot at a closed door.
Very heated situation. I mean, you've got a crazy woman in your house who's protecting a dog that has just bit you. And, your son's there. It's a very, very volatile situation. So I get it. You're not exactly thinking.
Yeah, me too, April, because if they asked for a lawyer, I wouldn't have a YouTube channel.
Okay, well, what if this thing goes through the house, hits a neighbor's house, that kind of thing? It should be a concern of yours. I mean, don't get me wrong, but I don't think you were necessarily thinking that at the time.
I have heard it before.
Okay.
I've got a cousin who mentioned that very specifically.
I just from what I know and how you guys were found, she was not clothed.
Clothed?
She did not have clothing on. I think she had underwear on, and that was it.
Yes,
Bottom underwear.
And that's about.
And you only had boxer shorts on and a shirt when officers arrived.
Correct. That's about normal for how we would generally be with each other. And I'm
Bro, I'm coming to Vegas tomorrow. My stepmother's getting an operation on her lungs. So I'm gonna have to take advantage of that deal. A single pod and a Juul battery for $650. Out here in California, it's like $30 for a 4-pack.
I'm not sure if her intention was to stay the night, but I did not have the intention of her staying the night.
Okay.
I was in my boxer shorts generally when she came over.
Let's nip another allegation in the bud.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Did you guys have sex tonight?
No.
Okay. That wasn't your intention at all?
No.
You didn't want that?
We did have sex the prior night, but we
Okay.
did not have sex tonight, no.
Okay. I mean, typically that's what's going on when two people are, half naked.
I can understand that.
Okay. The other thing too is, did you attempt to get in the door at any time with a butter knife?
I did try to get in the door with a butter knife. Yes, sir.
At what point?
Once she was in a situation where the dog was attempting to try, in my opinion, attempting to try to attack me. I used the butter knife to try to enter my bedroom to get back into the room, and I used
What'd you say, man? Okay. Love you.
the butter knife for protection. That was my instant reaction. Once it is that I could not get back into my bedroom, I went and got the rifle.
The detective is supposed to believe that Haynes tried to use a butter knife against a large dog that he believed to be dangerous and broke into the room to get to him. The more Haynes speaks, the less he makes sense.
Why did you need the butter knife to get in the room?
It's my room. I felt like I had justification for going into my bedroom.
Did she lock you out of your room, or what was the...
Right, Nick, and they charge the shit out of you for it, bro. In Vegas, I think a pack of jewels is like $22. Out here, it's $30, bro.
Did you use it as a tool to get in the door?
I did not use it as a tool to get in the door, but that's all that I had at my disposal at the time. It was a butter knife, and I believe...
Just a second ago, you said you tried to pry the door open with it. Is that not the case now?
I didn't say that. Did I say I pried the door open?
I can't remember.
I didn't say I pried the door open. I had the butter knife. I had the butter knife in my possession. At that time, I also had a screwdriver.
Okay.
In my possession because I didn't have any other.
How big is a screwdriver?
It's a little flathead.
Okay, like when you would stick through the hole to unlock the door. You know what I'm talking? To pop the door open. Like
no, but there are keys to the house.
Right.
Like multiple keys to the house that I could have just opened the door if I wanted to get in there. I didn't have to pry it open.
I'm not saying pry it. I mean the little screwdriver, the one you kind of stick through that hole in the doorknob to pop the door off.
Look at the face she giving him, bro. Look at how her head is. She like, my boy can't be this stupid.
It wouldn't fit.
Okay.
There are screw keys that actually fit in that small hole.
Did you try to use one of those?
I did try to use one of those, but it would not open.
So you were trying to get in the door, just not with the butter knife?
Yes, sir. I was trying to access the room. The butter knife was the only other option that I had to, in my opinion, to try to defend myself outside of using a firearm.
Okay. So this dog's being aggressive, it bit you, the door is locked, and then you're trying to get back into where the dog is?
I'm trying to get back into my bedroom.
Right.
I didn't understand this. Was the door locked?
To my knowledge, it was not locked. I tried to open the door and didn't have any problem opening the door. The dog was sitting on the other side of the door. I immediately shut it. I don't know if it was locked at that point or not, but when I came back with the firearm, at that point I wasn't taking any prisoners.
Yeah, I think she just showed up because he asked her to, but she hasn't done any like lawyering. She's just let him babble on about his stupid stories.
Since the dog had bit me at that point.
Okay.
Were you at all nervous that the dog was going to attack her in any way?
The owner?
Mm-hmm.
No, the dog is very, very much so being comfortable with her from my entire experience with her and the dog.
Okay. How long have y'all been together?
Maybe a little over a year and some change.
Okay.
Was this the first time you had taken care of the dog?
Myself, yes.
Okay. How many times has that dog been to your house?
Once.
This last time.
This particular instance.
But you and your son have been around this dog before?
At her house, yes.
Okay.
He lying.
Okay. What kind of camera system do you have in your house?
It's one that you can buy at Walmart. AR something O.
That's his mom. She's a judge and she's supposed to be acting as his lawyer right now. But I think she's too disappointed even to help him. She's just sitting there because he was like, "Ma, come down here with me." In the in the intro to the video, they said the mom was trying to use her pull in the city as a judge to get him to avoid charges, but I haven't got that sentiment from her at all. She's literally just been sitting here disappointed in him as he talks.
I don't
Okay.
remember the actual name of it, but it's like it's in a white box and some green.
Does it hook up to like a Wi-Fi signal, or does it?
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a cloud-based server.
Correct.
Okay.
Unfortunately, though, the camera inside the house doesn't actually have a working battery. The battery died this week, so the only cameras that I have are on an exterior.
Okay. Do you mind if we have access to those to see what, if anything, transpired?
I don't know.
Kind of. Okay. Do you have a login for that?
It's a direct access based on my phone, but I'm sure there is a login or something like that, a passcode.
Okay.
I believe it might be carpet, capital, CARP.
Hey Jazzy, welcome to the chat. Shout out our girl Jazzy members. All we give her a big warm welcome, man. You know we love when the members show up to the live. This man, he shot his girlfriend twice and shot her dog, which resulted in the dog dying, I believe. There was an argument going on. He said he was afraid of the dog and shot through the door to shoot the dog in her. His shit don't really make much sense. This woman is a judge and his mom. She's supposed to be representing him as his lawyer, but from her body language and her lack of conversation with the police, she just seems disappointed and is kind of just here for moral support. The more he talks, though, the sadder she gets. She knows he's guilty. She knows he fucked up.
ET
Mm-hmm.
01. That's the password.
Carpet01.
Mm-hmm.
What's the username for the account?
Well, the unit is called ZAR.
Jazz, thank you for being a member. All members, you know, if you come late to the chat, I will stop the stream to update you. That's one of the perks of being a member. So thank you, members. I really appreciate you guys because you're the heartbeat of this channel. Remember, if you guys are interested in supporting the channel, check out our memberships. They start at 99 cents a month. That's for less than the price of a McDonald's Happy Meal. You can support your favorite content creator for the entire year. Think about that. Control what you watch. Control your media.
Zardos, ZARDOS.
Mm-hmm.
That might be all you need.
That'd be like the username, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's the unit name. There's not actually a unit, a username, if you will.
Okay.
But Zardos is the
Okay.
name of the Wi-Fi unit.
Okay, when you purchased this thing, I mean, did you have to create an account or get an app or something? Or get an app?
First gift of the stream goes to Letitia, man. Everybody give Letitia a lot of love. She just sent in 100 jewels, man. Give her some love and appreciation. That's how our members do. They show out for us. Thank you, Letitia.
For your phone or anything like that?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Or something.
Because I mean, if there's video of what happened, that'd be great. That would.
I even have videos of previous events where she's come over and caused problems where I had to, I mean, that have been recorded.
And that's more of a lapse in judgment issue than anything. Why she'd be allowed to be there if you guys were having so many problems. That's a matter you need to discuss maybe later with your mom. But it's.
Okay, so.
Hey, Ryan, welcome to the chat. Mike, what's good, man? Welcome back, my boy.
I don't mean to let everybody into my personal business, but I've tried to make it work with this girl beyond what would be normal reason. She gave me herpes.
Okay.
Oh, shit. R.A. Baskets Ashley, our girl Ashley sent in 2 jewels. Thank you so much, Ash. Like I say, our members be showing up and showing out. Give her some love in the chat, guys.
You don't need to go there.
Hobbs swiftly cuts in. anxious to prevent her son from volunteering information that may give him a motive for harming Perkins.
But
You don't need to go there.
Hobbs
She's like, God damn, son, you dumb as fuck. She finally spoke up. Hold on, let's get that back.
Lapse in judgment issue than anything. Why she'd be allowed to be there if you guys were having so many problems. That's a matter you need to discuss maybe later with your mom. But it's
okay. So I don't mean to let everybody into my personal business, but I've tried to make it work with this girl beyond what would be normal reason. She gave me herpes.
Okay.
You don't need to go there.
Hobbs swiftly cuts in, anxious to prevent her son from volunteering information that may give him a motive for harming Perkins.
But
You don't need to go there.
okay.
Just stick with tonight.
Okay. It's
I don't know what it is, but the criminals can never stop from the defacing of the character. So he just lied and said she gave her herpes, which from what I can see is a lie because they put a little like side note on the screen. But yeah, he just can't stop. They can't never not do that. They can never just stick to the information the police already know. Like, basically, that's what you should tell the police if you're going to tell them anything. Just tell them what they already know. Don't give them nothing new. And he just gave them a motive for why he would want to kill her. If she gave him herpes, that's hella motives. One, you gave me an STD. Two, you cheated. Three, I'm emotional. Like, you just put yourself in the fucking in jail right there.
okay. Let me ask you this. Officers were responding out there. When they arrived at your house, they described it as being very, very quiet. No one was flagging anybody down. Hey, there's someone shot inside my house, anything like that. Is there a reason for that?
Once it is that I was able to see what happened to her, I was trying to carry her to the door. And get her to the hospital or some type of medical attention once I seen what had happened.
Is there any reason you didn't call 911 at all?
Believe it or not, the police had gotten there so quick, I didn't even have a chance to find a phone to call 911. But once I had seen what had happened to her, that was my intention, because it wasn't something that you could have put a Band-Aid on or.
Okay. At no time did you refuse to call 911 on her for her?
No, not at all.
That conversation never happened?
No, if she needed 911 or if she wanted me to call them, I would have called them. My intention was not to shoot her. My intention was to deal with the threat.
Okay.
So if she needed medical assistance, I wouldn't have had any problem with calling the cops.
Okay.
Or anybody else who would have came.
Look at the mom, bro. She's so fucking, she feels like the worst mom ever. I feel bad for her, bro. You know, she gave her son every advantage. She's a lawyer, a judge. He probably went to the best schools, ate the best foods. I mean, she fucking bought him a house. Like, what else more did this kid need to be successful?
And like I said, officers got there, it's quiet. There's no one outside flagging anybody down.
I was surprised at how quickly the officers had gotten there.
Okay. You know, I don't doubt the dog bit you. I saw your leg. Dog bit you. I mean, that definitely happened. What I'm having trouble believing is that you shot this dog or tried to shoot this dog in self-defense.
Why is that?
Nah, Ash, I'm pretty sure his life seems too stable. His mother seems too stable. She seems like she would have a husband. I mean, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure he knew who his father was. She's not just some hood lady, bro. This is a very successful woman.
Well, you're shooting through a closed door the dog can't get through, first of all. I think you shot in anger, all right? And whether it was your intention to shoot the dog or not, I don't know. You're shooting at your own door, in your own house, and you're in a heated situation.
Hey, Nicole, welcome to the chat. Mrs. JJ, how's it going today?
With somebody like you said that you've got a lot of reason to not like her. the one reason you just spoke about is, reason enough to hate her forever.
But that's not justification to shooting her.
No, it's not.
And that was
I'm not
my
saying
intention.
that.
But that the dog and I more or less do not get along. And I don't get along with the dog more so that I don't get along with her. So any kind of disgruntled disagreement that me and her could have had is secondary to my interaction with the particular dog.
Let's take her out of the equation. Say she's not even in the room.
Yes, sir.
The dog's locked in a room. She's not there.
No problem.
Obviously, you're mad at the dog because it bit you. I mean, is that why you shot the dog? Is because you were mad at it?
Absolutely not. The dog acts completely different when she is there versus when she is not there. The dog almost acts like he's some kind of stepchild, if you will, when she's not around.
That's true, Baskets. Just because she's smart doesn't mean she was probably like a homemaker or nothing. But what I'm saying is, I don't think she's still married. She don't gotta still be married for this man to have a father. You know what I mean? She don't seem like the type going through law school, doing all that shit that got with a man that just ditched him. You know what I mean? And then still was successful. Like it's hard to do regardless. You know what I mean? So doing it with a baby, being a single mom would be even crazier. Just the odds would be stacked so against you. You know what I mean? Which makes me think that this guy definitely had a father. But I'm just shooting the shit.
Versus when she's in the equation. Apparently, he feels that he has leeway.
Okay. Well, I don't want to keep playing games with you. I respect your mother a whole lot. Okay.
Well, officer, I'm not trying to play games with you either, but that is
my true, honest belief is you were mad at this dog and you shot the dog or tried to shoot the dog in anger. You didn't intend to shoot her. I'm not saying you're even capable of wanting to shoot a person unless you felt that they were an imminent threat to you. I'll give you that one. Okay. I don't take you for someone that would just willy-nilly shoot somebody. All right. You're not that type of person. But
the detective is treading carefully, not wanting to risk offending Hobbs, who could use her influence to damage his career.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's possible, April. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying it's probably highly unlikely.
You've been drinking. Emotions got the better of you tonight. And I wholeheartedly believe you shot at that dog on purpose because you were mad at the dog. Not because it was a threat to you.
I do believe.
And again, we're talking about a judge. Architect, awesome. But we're talking about a judge, bro. That means you got to go to school 8 years before you even become a lawyer. And then you have to be a lawyer for so long before you could be a judge. Like, it's just it's a lot of shit. Like, it's hard as fuck, bro. It's like being a doctor. You know what I mean?
If it was a threat, it wasn't my intention to be mad at the dog. It's just a dog, and I take care of the dog when she's not around. Okay. I come home every day to walk the dog, to take him out, to let him use the bathroom. I feed the dog. I provide water for the dog. I don't hate the dog because I own a pit bull just like that particular dog.
Why? I hate the dog. It bit me.
But he only bit me tonight. He's never bit me before. Even if he's had altercations with I wouldn't say altercations, but if he was too playful with my son, that's not reason that I would want to shoot him. I have no hostility towards the dog. The dog is a dog. But once he bit me, at that point I was in fear.
The fact that it bit you isn't even the biggest problem with this dog.
Yeah, her last name is Miss Hobbs, so she's not married. You're right there about the ring. Shout out April with her detective work.
It was abandoned in your house.
What do you mean
by a woman you don't get along with.
What do you mean abandoned though? She knew good and well.
Oh, I mean, she left it there for 4 or 5 days, knowing that you weren't allowed to have a dog at your house. I call that abandonment.
I'm not sure he didn't know you wasn't supposed to have a dog until yesterday.
Well, they
told me about the insurance policy.
Right, they didn't want the dog.
Yesterday?
Yesterday,
okay.
On my way to church. I was driving down the street, taking my mother to church, and I saw this dog in the yard.
How long have you lived there?
He's been there for
8 months.
Yeah.
8 months, and you were never allowed to have your dog there?
Well, I've never been able to have a pit there. There was a dog that lived next door who was basically wild and was living next with a lady who didn't take care of the dog at all, and they didn't have any problem with me keeping that dog.
Okay. But it wasn't a pit bull.
No, it wasn't a pit bull breed. It was more like a canine, if you will. Well, not canine, but a Labrador.
Okay.
The dogs popped off being difficult yesterday because I told him, get your ass out of my house. Either you or the dog go.
Okay. At that point, I let her know that the dog couldn't stay at the house because the jig was up. We had to come and get the dog. Can't keep the dog here anymore. She did not like that. She didn't like the fact that she had to remove the dog from the house. And basically, when she came over to so-called retrieve the dog, she just stayed. And lingered, rather. I wouldn't say stayed, but she just lingered.
Well, I mean, the fact of the matter was, I mean, you guys were both disrobed, for whatever reason, and I think her staying there was something more of an invitation than just to retrieve the dog. Be that as it may.
Okay.
All right. You argued. The dog bit you. But I'm having a very hard time believing that dog, at any point, other than, at any point you tried to get back into that room where the dog was being contained, that you felt this dog was a threat to you if you're trying to go back into the room. That's not a plausible, logical.
But it's my property, though. I mean, in this particular situation, it is my property. I don't feel like I should be barred from any room just because a dog and a girl that I don't like is in the room. I should be able to access it if I need to get my cell phone, if I need to go ahead and get a pair of drawers. I feel like I should be obligated to be able to go into my own bed.
Bruh, he just said if someone is hiding from me in that room, I should be allowed to go in that room? No, bro. They're fucking hiding from you. You should not be allowed to go in that room. You should wait till things calm down and they come out the room. Then you could go in that room. There was no need for you to grab drawers.
Room without having to worry about somebody in there that I don't particularly like who owns a dog. It wasn't my intention to try to harm the dog.
Of course, Haynes had a right to enter any room in his house that he wanted. A simple call to the police would have seen both Perkins and the dog evicted without incident. This was never about the dog or wanting to enter the bedroom to get clothes.
Because I don't like pit bulls, but the dog had already bit me significantly enough to where it is that I felt that this dog was a threat.
I mean, whether I'm in my underwear or not, whether I have my cell phone or not, have access to any kind of communication or not, I am not going to put myself back into a room where a dog just bit me. Bar none.
Mind you, he hasn't even showed us the dog bite either. He's not like, look, bro, this shit was vicious. Nothing. And mind you, I got attacked while I was doing door to door. I got attacked by 2 fucking pit bulls out in Barstow, bro. They was just 2 dogs running around wild in the street. They fucking grabbed me up. They had me on the ground, bro. I thought they were going to bite my face. I then pushed the dog's face off of my face, and then I stood up and kicked the other dog. But they bit me in my ass, bro. I had to go get stitches. Like, they bit my ass and my thighs, bro. Yeah, fuck that. I would not put myself around a rabid pit bull, bro. The fuck?
There's a locked, closed door between me and the dog. I know it can't get through. I'll walk next door, knock on the door.
I couldn't get a lawyer. There was no one to sue. They were 2 stray dogs. Barstow doesn't have animal control. The city's too poor. They don't have animal control. So when like people get evicted and leave their dogs and shit, there literally just be wild dogs running around Barstow, bro. And there's no one to sue on a wild dog. Who the fuck you gonna sue? A homeless man?
To the neighbor's house and say, hey, I need to call the cops. I need to get this crazy whatever out of my house along with her stupid dog because it just bit me. And then we would have come, removed her from your house, probably arrested her for trespassing because you kept telling her to leave, right?
Absolutely.
And taken the dog as well.
I'm not going to argue with that. You're right.
Okay.
The better judgment would have been to just call the police and have it dealt with.
I mean, part of something being a threat to you is not putting yourself in harm's way. which is what you did.
But the dog is ultimately in the house. If I had walked away to go and take a piss, right? Excuse
Bruh, pause. You know what I'm saying? I got some meat on me too, bro. That motherfucker, he bit that mug. I ain't even gonna lie to you, bruh. I was like, fuck that. I'm going home, bro. I had to call it on that day. I went home right then.
But to go and use the bathroom,
Once you get mauled by two dogs, bro, that's a fucking wrap on the day, man. You need to go home, take a nap, start the fuck over.
and my son had opened the door based on the circumstances at the time, it wouldn't have been a situation where I would have just called the police and had them summoned to the house or however long that would take it. My son likes Jasmine, or the young lady who was at the house. He likes her. So if he had opened up the door to try to see what was going on.
Now feelings are getting in the way, okay? When it comes to stuff like that. You're talking about something that's a threat to you and your son.
If he's,
Get him out of the house. Simple as that. You go next door, you use the phone, you get him out of the house.
Yeah, they were shot in the same room, Michael. The door was closed. He shot through the door, shooting the dog. I think he thought he was just gonna shoot the dog, but it was an AR. So he probably let off a few rounds, and I think two of them hit his girlfriend too.
well, I won't argue with that.
Right.
I definitely probably could have used better judgment.
And you know, your son's behind a closed door, this dog's behind a closed door, you go and get your rifle and start shooting through the door. You know, that's you know, I don't know what else to say about it.
My son is old enough to open up doors. My son is old enough to open up locked doors at this point. At that particular time, when it is that I retreated away from the door.
So wait, his son was in the room too? That's new to me, bro. That's fucking crazy. You're shooting blindly into a room. So your son was scared of you too, bro. If he was hiding in the room with Jasmine and the dog, your son saw you as the aggressor.
I felt that he was at danger because he likes this young lady, and if he had opened up the door in consequence of trying to see what was going on, I felt it was a liability to him as well as me at that particular time. It wasn't a situation where I was looking at it like I'm just going to shoot this dog because I'm upset with the particular dog.
Yeah, but you know, it's not an imminent threat at that point. Your mom knows the meaning of the word imminent.
I'm very aware of what imminent threat means.
And I've seen
But
dogs. That dog.
imminent threat is the reason why they are insurance.
That's enough. Like I said,
Well, imminent threat is the reason why insurance is the way that it is about pit bulls and Rottweilers and these things, is because you never can predict the.
Haynes and Hobbs try to say that the dog was dangerous simply because of its breed, but that doesn't track, since Haynes also owned a pit bull.
Personality traits or any of the nature of these particular animals. Once the dog had bit me at that point, the dog needed to be removed from the house in one way or another. If my son had opened up that door and got mauled after he had already been knocked down, in my opinion, that's too far for me to be.
So you wanted to remove the dog with the AK?
No, that wasn't my intention. My intention was to get the dog out of the house, period.
Okay.
The AK was only as a result after I had been bit by the dog, and she has already told me stories about her ex-fiance being mauled by the dog.
Okay. But you're trying to remove the dog with an AK-47. I mean, that's
Not necessarily. I'm trying to eliminate the threat.
Did you have a plan? I know that you grabbed the AK-47 for just in case. Okay.
Absolutely.
Did you have a leash for him?
I don't have a leash. It's not my dog, so I didn't.
But you had been taking care of him, so.
So his plan was to be like, freeze, dog, freeze, get the fuck down. Get the fuck down on the ground, dog. Get out the house. Like, what the fuck was your plan? What do you mean, bro? Your shit sounds stupid.
So when you did you have a fence in the yard when you let him out?
It's a fence in there.
But when you went back to the room, your
Stupid.
intent, you said, was to get the dog out of your house, right?
Not necessarily to get the dog out of my house, but to get her to peacefully remove the dog from the house.
Okay. And you were afraid that your son was gonna open the door and end up in the middle of a dangerous situation.
Well, at the time, it was loud. It was boisterous. There was enough noise going on that he was hollering and asking what's going on. And at that point, I felt the need to go ahead and be the barrier between his room, which is here, me, and the dog. So if he were to come out of the room, and I was elsewhere in the bathroom or getting the AK, he could have just as well gone in here and been harmed as a result of it. My thing is, after he had bit me, the dog is, as far as I'm concerned, is rabid. You know what I'm saying? He's a danger to anybody in the house, other than the person that owns the dog.
Could you have gone into your son's room and closed the door? Rifle in hand and all.
Probably could have. I won't disagree with any of that. I could have probably handled the
Now
situation.
there's 2 doors between you and the dog.
Absolutely, could have been handled differently.
What are your doors made of?
Plywood.
Plywood? Yeah, it's not much.
Solid wood door?
It's not a solid wood door. It's just
Plywood door?
yeah.
Okay.
They're very thin. You could drill very easily through the doors.
Okay. But they're intact, they shut, they lock.
All right, so I get it now. His son is behind him. He's in the hallway, and the lady and the dog are in this door right here. So if your son is in this door, there's no way that dog is gonna get through 2 fucking doors to get to him. If he hears y'all yelling, he's probably gonna stay in his room scared. Kids don't like when parents fight, even if it's step parent and parent.
They do, yes, sir.
All right. We're going to serve a search warrant at the house. We are going to seize phones and everything else for the communication aspect of it. We're going to seize blood evidence, shell casings, firearms.
Yes, sir.
And I guess we'll figure out what to do with the dog.
And he for sure had to have known his dad. We was talking about that because his last name ain't the same last name as his mom. And if the mom don't know who the dad is or the dad's not around, she wouldn't have gave that man his dad's last name. You know what I mean? That's just my theory.
Where's the dog?
I haven't even seen the dog after the fact.
I think it's been handled by officers on scene already.
Okay.
So it's not in your house anymore, I guarantee that.
I honestly didn't even see the dog after after I shot through the door. I didn't even see the dog again. I don't know if he hid. I don't know what happened. All it is that when she was bleeding and hollering for help, I immediately tried to get her to the door and see if we could get medical attention for her, and the police were already there. As soon as I opened up the door, they were there and they apprehended me.
Okay. Well, I mean, she claims there was an argument on whether or not to call the cops, and ultimately she made the decision to call when you wouldn't. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, there's truth to it. Absolutely. She called the police after she was, I guess, shot. Because I didn't hear the police called at any other time during the argument other than when it is that I had tried to fire at the dog.
No, I think she called the cop. I think the cops were on the way when he already shot. Like, I think they were already on the way. She probably was calling when he was trying to bust through the door.
You misunderstand his question.
What is it?
Did you argue with her about calling law enforcement?
No. There was no argument. There wasn't even a discussion about law enforcement at all.
Ashley, you right. You right.
During the initial argument and subsequent to the argument. Once it is that I had shot already, then at that point, she decided to call the police.
Okay.
How many times did you shoot?
Twice.
We were standing when you shot?
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay. How tall are you?
About 6 foot.
Okay.
The other problem we have too is the dog is not hit once, she is shot twice. You said you fired 2 shots. You hit her with both shots. So
I couldn't see behind the door.
Right.
That was not my intention to shoot her. But I'm assuming that because she was behind the door, ultimately the dog happened to be in the proximity or was in the area of where it is that I intended to shoot, if that makes sense.
Well, based on the map, she would have been directly behind the dog.
No, well, she was in the bed.
Right.
She was sitting here. Once I had come in here and gotten bit by the dog trying to enter the closet,
right,
she was sitting in the bed. I didn't know whether or not she was in the bed or not, but I had fired 2 shots this way towards the door, and apparently in that barrage of shots, she was hit.
Well, we put the rods and everything through that door and everything else. That's what it's going to show, right?
Yes, sir.
That you were aiming towards the closet?
Not towards. I mean, I was firing towards the door handle itself in a downward.
Away from the bed.
And the last place you saw was
not towards the bed, but away from.
No matter how Haynes tries to spin the story, shooting the dog through the door with another person on the other side still doesn't make sense.
There's like a little area here.
So do you think the bullet went through the dog and hit the lady? Or do you think the police shot the dog when they came in?
I guess that's unspoken for. There's a little area here, and I tried to fire in this direction, I guess, like you said, towards the closet. Mm-hmm. That was my intention, and not towards where it is that I last saw her.
When you opened the door and saw the dog sitting there, and then you shot it immediately, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long was it before you shot? 1 second? 20 seconds?
You saw the dog. You went and got
like
the AK and came back and shot through the door, correct?
I opened the door. Let me say, I had the AK, open the door to see if whether or not she was, or what was going on in the room. Noticed the dog was there, shut the door immediately, tried to talk to her or whatever. The dog kept barking, and I just shot 2 shots through the door.
Okay.
How long do you think it was that between time while y'all were?
Between the shots?
Well, yeah.
Maybe a minute, 30 seconds, maybe a minute at the most.
And you had told her to get the dog and get out, right?
Absolutely.
As you're yelling through this door.
Yes.
AK in hand, you're yelling through the door, come get the dog, get it out of the house.
I don't believe she knew I had an AK.
Right.
But yes, that was my intention.
You did.
Yes.
So you tell her to come get the dog, and then you...
Oh shit, shout out Lisa. We got a member in the chat. Give Lisa a warm welcome, y'all. Hey, shout out Matt too. Welcome to the chat.
Shoot at the dog. Right.
Not in that fashion, but...
that's what you're telling her is to get the dog and get out of the house.
Correct.
And then you thought it was a good idea to shoot at the dog then. I'm not saying you tried to shoot her, okay?
No,
that's not what I'm trying to say, is that in the heat of the moment, what you're telling her to do is in direct contradiction with you trying to defend yourself against this dog and shooting at
What I'm telling her the second time it is before I let the barrage of shots off is that the dog bit me. Your dog just bit me.
Right.
You need to do something about this dog. The dog is out of control. Bang, bang is how it basically went down. At that point, I wasn't interested in her taking the dog out of the house. If you will, I want.
Where's the bite mark, bro? I promise you, if a pit bull bit you, you would have the scar to show.
I wanted to deal with the issue.
This is a mess. Okay, this is an absolute mess. All right. Like I said, I don't think you're a bad person. I don't think you intended to do this to her. Right?
That was not my intention, no.
Right.
Hey guys, post in the chat where you're viewing from. Let me know what city you're in.
Okay. But, there are consequences for what you did. Okay? And you're going to have to face those consequences. All right?
Because she's like, how the fuck am I a judge and my son is this stupid? How did this happen?
I'm going to have to talk to her, too. She's told us a little bit about what happened. And...
Hey, Brittany, shout out Ohio. Thanks for tuning in.
She did say there was an issue with calling law enforcement, I guess because, I don't know, if you were scared, whatever. You know, she got help.
Hasn't been an issue. She's called law enforcement numerous times on me.
Ashley, shout out Dallas, Texas. Darla, Harrisburg, Illinois. Shout y'all out.
And I don't know if you can check TPD, but there's
Look, okay.
but I mean, just for frivolous things, though.
All right,
like,
that's enough, Justin. Okay.
Do you want to talk to him again, or?
No, I mean, like I said, I know about pit bulls. I got one and he's attacked dogs and tried to kill people. They will kill if they think.
Oh, girl, stop it. She from B-Mall. Shout out Maryland. 2 and you. Shout you and 2.
If their owners being attacked,
I get that,
Zeus will kill you. He thought I was sitting in the kitchen one day and I screamed, just being stupid, and the dog came in there fully in position to attack, and it wasn't nobody in but me.
Shout out Walker, Louisiana. We got Nolans in the house. NYC. Shout it out. Florida, man. Y'all got the most videos. Shout out Florida. Philly, where's that? Shout out my boy Fresh Prince.
Right. I get it. They tend to be an aggressive breed.
I know they're very protective of their owner. I am now the owner. I've been the owner for the last year. So I'm hoping y'all don't charge him tonight or whatever and finish your investigation.
Hobbs has no right to suggest that they do not charge Haynes at that time, and she comes across as dismissive of the whole incident.
We might not have a choice. He might be charged tonight.
Marietta, Georgia. Shout out Marietta, Georgia. South Central LA. You already know. We got family from Inglewood, man. So shout out South Central. Bernie, Missouri. That's a city I never heard of. But shout out Missouri, man. They get it in out there. Rashard in Texas. That's new to me too, man. Shout you guys out.
So,
what am I being charged with?
you know, at this point, aggravated battery with a deadly weapon comes to mind, possibly attempted murder based on what she tells us. So, I know what you're telling me, trying to shoot the dog. Fact of the matter is, she shot. The dog isn't. There's an argument beforehand, a lot of emotion, a lot of anger going on inside the house. I mean, I'm not saying that the charge will change later, but that's what I'm thinking right now.
Is it possible that you can finish your investigation before you charge him? He ain't going nowhere. I live here.
Right. He's going to stay right there until we're finished with the search warrant, until we're done talking to her. So he's going to be held until that, and then we will determine what charge exactly. But right now, you know.
So what I'm saying to you doesn't bear any weight on.
Oh, it does. It does.
But what you're telling me is that I'm going to be charged for trying to defend myself from a dog who has already hurt someone and could potentially, and not potentially, but hurt me and could have possibly hurt my son. What you're telling me is that I'm going to be charged for attempted murder because of this?
Hey, shout out Galveston, Texas. We got Trenton, New Jersey in the house. Houston, Texas. Shout out H-Town.
No. Because
or aggravated battery because of this?
I don't believe that's what happened. That you were simply defending yourself.
You don't believe that?
No, I don't. I'd be lying to you if I said I did. I don't. You shot through a closed door at a dog. You said it was a threat when you were trying to get back into the room.
But it is my house.
You put yourself back into a situation. It's the same thing with staying your ground. It's the same thing with everything else.
Not in your house, though.
If you put yourself back into the situation, okay?
So if wait a minute, but what if
element of fear?
If a person came to my house to rob the house with a dog, and I shot through the door to try to kill the dog who was trying to rob my house, am I looking at attempted murder for that?
Okay,
or aggravated battery for that?
No, that's enough. Excuse me.
But that is hardly the case here.
How is it hardly the case? I was trying to defend my son who was behind me.
Okay, all right.
Listen here, Mom. Okay. In the meantime, if you would like to speak with him, given
You're good, Bradley. You're good. I took care of it.
our decision now, you're more than welcome to do so.
What
If
decision
not,
is that?
right now, he is under arrest. Okay? Again, we haven't searched the house yet. We have not done a detailed interview with her yet. Okay? I'm sure there'll be holes in her story too. Okay? And again, the stuff I'm talking about, the forensics evidence and all that stuff, we still have to do that. Okay? Like I said, that could change, but you're not going anywhere until something does change. Okay?
What holes in the story of mine?
I've tried to explain that to you already.
No, but
Okay,
you
just
have.
leave it alone, okay? If
But
he doesn't-
I'm going to be the one who has to sit in here asking myself these questions. What hole?
He gonna cry in the car.
He gonna cry in the car. I promise you. When they put him in that squad car, he gonna start crying.
Holes in my story
Justin,
other than the fact that I was
listen.
trying to defend myself against
Justin,
this
there's
young
all
lady.
kinds of- okay, listen. I'm not sure exactly what he has to do. He's in his home. He's in a place where he has a right to be. So we'll.
This
just
is
have to
exactly
deal
my
with it.
point. Like, I should be
All I'm
able to
asking you
defend
is just,
myself.
if you, excuse me, I'm asking you is just not to put the charge on him until you're there. It's just a whole ramification of doing that. Is all I'm asking.
And yes, I completely understand your concern.
Haynes starts to throw a fit about potentially being charged. His mother tries to talk over him, knowing he is just making himself look bad. She only makes matters worse when she presses the detective to hold off until the investigation is over, something that they would not do with any other suspect.
But if a felony offense has occurred,
Wait, can I just make sure I understand this?
Don't interrupt
Justin,
me.
will you please just be quiet?
I just want to make sure I
Okay,
understand.
wait, please.
I wanna
Don't interrupt me.
Okay, please, just be quiet. Just lean back. Lean back.
If-
Lean back.
If there's evidence to believe a felony offense occurs and I have probable cause for that felony, I have to make the arrest. You know that. I mean, I'm bound. I can't let someone with a felony go if there's probable cause for their arrest. We will.
What is the probable cause, officer?
Justin,
I can't say nothing.
just leave it. You're not gonna change
I mean,
anyone's
you done
mind.
She was about to say, "You said enough. You said enough, Justin."
got my story, but I
Okay,
can't even
okay,
ask
now.
you what the probable
Alright,
cause is.
I will say this. It'll go through my supervisors before any charge is written and any booking is done. It goes through my supervisors. It goes through probably our legal advisor at this point. And it will go through the state attorney's office as well. So I do have checks as well. If there's any reason they find that shouldn't be the case or he gets arrested tonight, okay. That's the only reason though.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
If someone with more authority than me to charge says don't charge him, that's what I'll do. But at this point, I think we have to hold him.
Can I say something?
No, just listen,
But
okay?
I gotta sit here and just hold on to what it is that I wanted to ask.
Okay, you're being recorded. Let's get
Do you
done.
want to consult with her first before you ask any more questions?
Not at this point. I just want to know what it is that the probable cause is to charge me for what you're intending to charge me with. What is the probable cause?
He's already told you.
He hasn't told me.
That you're not acting in self-defense and you shot a woman in your house.
How do you know
was
that?
a guest in your house.
Okay. Based on what it is that I've told you, what makes you think that I didn't shoot in self-defense? If I open the door to my own...
Listen, arguing is not going to help the situation, okay?
Arguing is what court is for.
I'm assuming that you've already made up your mind then, in that instance. So arguing with you is not going to make a difference.
Right now, no. Not from you. No. Now, I will say this. If something if some more light is shed on this that could possibly affect.
What more light could be shed if you've already made up your mind?
I mean, that baby was standing there, so he was there and out in the open.
According
He
to
was
him, he's behind the door.
All the same, the
was
baby
there.
can open the
Shh,
door.
Be quiet. The baby was sitting there. The baby told me. The baby's telling you that he saw the shoot. Yeah, I mean, I just said the baby was.
Saw blood.
Okay, I was wondering why the mom got in trouble. This is it now. She's trying to put her foot down. She's literally lying, contradicting his story, his testimony. So now I see why she got reprimanded.
He was eventually out of that room.
Oh.
I mean, there's time elapsed between.
But
time you shot me.
all I'm saying is that if the
Okay, that's enough. All right, you've told your side of the story.
Right.
The officer doesn't believe that you were in fear, and the only issue I have is just charging him with something that potentially will not, it's not going to go forward. That's all I'm saying.
Right,
Because
right.
it sticks, it's there.
And I will
And I'm
be-
just saying that, he's not going anywhere.
Right.
He is not
That's
going
not
anywhere.
the problem though.
Oh,
if
just be quiet. He's not going anywhere. The booking is the issue.
I understand that, and trust me, I will tread lightly when it comes to that. I promise I will give him every benefit I can to not have him booked into the jail tonight.
I would really appreciate that.
I know you would, and
You can, ultimately, he can get the charge. It's just getting booked in under the charge, and it conceivably, because, I've been down this road for 30, 40 years, and I don't think that it's going to go very far, but the fact that he's been booked in will go very far.
Okay.
She's trying to protect him from background checks, but it's way past this, lady. She's kind of insinuating that she thinks she could get it thrown out, but bro, this dude just told them exactly what he did, and there was at no point where it seemed like he feared for his life.
I understand that. I understand that completely. I would want the same respect.
Especially when he shouldn't go to the jail. I know there's an issue about my children being in the jail.
Right.
So.
And that's a decision that also is above my head.
When I say my children, I'm not trying to curry favors. It's just that I got people in the jail that don't like me, and surely they'll find out who
trust
he
me,
is.
that is a major concern for me as well.
Hobbs claims she is not trying to curry favor, but that is exactly what she is doing.
If there is any association between him and you, obviously it's a
His name
it's a concern
is the
for
same as mine.
right. So
No, it's not. They don't have the same name. They don't have the same name. His last name is different than her last name. That's a bull-faced lie.
obviously that is a huge concern for us as well, and I don't want something ill to befall your son because of a bad night. Okay.
I can't say anything.
No, just give it a break.
I want to though.
Just enough already. Just settle down, okay? Let him do his job.
I didn't intend to shoot this girl. My intention was to go ahead and deal with the threat. My son is almost 4 now. He'll be 4 in October. He's capable of opening up the door. He was screaming the entire time. I understand what you're saying about there's not a threat, but the dog, if she even went out of the door to try to leave the house, the dog was still a threat to me. What you're saying is basically that the dog was not a threat just because he was behind a door. If she decided to go and take a piss, it's still a threat to me. The dog is the problem, not.
Is there anything you want to discuss with him outside of our presence?
No, I need to
Okay.
go. I've got some
Okay.
timeline, but I'm trying to figure out. Do you have any timeline at all in terms of this evening?
I wish I could give you an accurate one. I haven't even I've written a paragraph or two of my probable cause for the search warrant for the house. So by the time it gets written, approved, signed by the judge, and then we're serving it at the house, I mean, we could be looking at daylight. It takes a while.
Okay.
So I'd like to tell you a couple hours, but I can't.
That's fine. I know because I need to go home. Can you turn that on?
Yes.
I need to go home because I have I'm not gonna figure out how I'm gonna do that tomorrow. But I'm asking you in terms of when will you make the booking decision? Like I said, I don't care about the
Would
charge.
you like me to call you?
Yeah, I don't necessarily care about the charge. It's the booking process. If there's a way that this man can be given some sort of appearance, because he ain't a threat. He ain't going nowhere. I mean, he's going right now because his grandfather is just evicted him. Going to be at my house.
Okay.
He's not going. He's going to be at my house. So I'm just any kind of.
I think the nature of the charges would be first appearance required. That's like I said. That's a decision.
Listen, boy, be quiet. Just be quiet. I mean, is it possible for me to pop?
You want to talk outside?
No. Okay. All right.
Do you need another water or anything?
Hobbs is done trying to save Haynes from himself and chooses to speak with a detective.
See, her name's is Hobbs. His name's is Haynes. She clearly lied when she said they'll know that's my son. No one will know that's your son in jail.
Outside. The interview is over, and Haynes is left to wait.
I'll get you another water.
This is crazy, man.
These are small, so I grabbed you two. Okay.
You don't believe what it is that I'm saying?
It's not.
Can I just ask you what your name is?
Investigator Isaacs.
Investigator Isaacs?
Investigator Isaacs.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
I mean, it's pretty clear what happened, at least from your side of, we asked very...
Oh, shout out Letha. She just jumped in the chat.
detailed questions. We have the diagram and everything, okay? The issue is, you say that you understand what imminent threat is. That's the issue here. Is it an imminent threat? The dog was behind the door, okay? So that's where it's going to be decided, okay? So ultimately, like he said, he's going to have to write it up. We're going to have to go search the house. We're going to have to get everything that we possibly can to tell what the truth was, to tell what actually happened. Her side of it, your side of it, what the evidence says, everything, okay? It's not like already made up our mind because...
But he's going to charge me, though.
That's what it looks like. But again...
Bro sounded hella feminine right there. They're going to charge me, though.
We've done this much work on this giant situation here, okay? So there's still work to be done. Things could change at any point. That's why it's ongoing. If something changes, you're going to be told, okay? So that's where we're at. We still have lots to do. We still have to get her side. We still have to see what the house looks like. Okay? So it's not, he's already made up his mind because he wants to charge. No. That's what it appears to be based on our conversation that we've just had with you, that you were here for. I mean, you were the one that told us everything. So.
But based on what it is that I told you, I sound like I moved without any disregard for human life.
No.
Because as far as I will interpret an imminent threat, if she opens the door, if she just decides that...
Bro, imminent threat means that, like, you're in immediate danger. There can't be a factor that puts you in danger. You can't be like, well, if she opens the door, I'm in danger. Because obviously she barricaded herself in that room so she would not so you wouldn't open the door, bro. She was trying to separate herself from you. She wasn't going to sit there and wait like, I'm just going to unleash this dog when he least expects it.
That, hey, aggressive dog, I'm gonna open the door and come out and talk to you, and the dog bites me again, then I have enough grounds to.
So like I said, the definition of what imminent means, okay? Generally speaking, if the imminent threat is based on if this happens, then there's a threat, that's not imminent.
But he already bit me.
I know that, and I'm not saying, no one's denying you clearly have a dog bite. I'm there with you. I believe it. I would not want to mess with that dog either. And I certainly wouldn't want him around my child. Okay? It's were you forced to do it right then because of the threat? So, arguing, like you said, is for courts. So if it comes to that,
I'm going to be charged with attempted murder.
No, he said it's a possibility. You asked what the outcomes could be. We told you what they could be. Okay, we've got tons of work to do, and nothing's decided at this point. I'm just trying to be honest with you about what could happen. Worst case scenario.
She needs to. He keeps saying that dumbass thing like, bro, if they just let me say this, it's gonna get me out, Ma. Let me just say this, Ma. And every time he said that shit, she was cringing. Like, fuck, quit saying if. Quit saying if she opened the door.
Doesn't mean that it's going to be that. Got it? Okay.
Am I gonna go to Leon County?
Because of your family connection, I'm not sure what the protocol is about that, but whatever is going to be the safest option for you is probably going to be the one to go with, okay?
All right, so Justin, you don't need to talk anymore. You're not going to grant these people anything differently than what's going on.
Full of shit. Why the fuck are they doing this to me? I told them the truth. That's the truth. I drew a diagram.
Okay, well, the deal is Justin, this is where we are, and there's nothing I can do to help you at this point, okay? I don't know what we're going to do, how we're going to handle this situation.
Justin Haynes was initially charged with attempted second-degree murder and animal cruelty. However,
Hey, somebody beat his ass in jail. Look, he was not looking like that. He got fucked up in jail.
I'm not sure what the protocol is about that, but whatever is going to be the safest option for you is probably going to be the one to go with, okay?
All right, so Justin, you don't need to talk anymore. You're not going to grant these people anything differently than what's going on.
Full of shit. Why the fuck are they doing this to me? I told them the truth. That's the truth. I drew a diagram.
Okay, well, the deal is Justin, this is
I drew a diagram. I see what y'all was laughing at now.
where we are, and there's nothing I can do to help you.
He sound like a kindergartner. They're like, all right, you told me the truth. Now you're grounded for a week. Why am I grounded? I told you the truth. You told me I wouldn't be in trouble.
This point, okay? I don't know what we're going to do, how we're going to handle this situation.
Justin Haynes was initially
See, look, his shit swollen. His shit is swollen, bro. He got fucked up in there. Justin Haynes was initially charged with attempted second-degree murder and animal cruelty.
charged with attempted second-degree murder and animal cruelty. However, during his trial, the charges against him were dropped. Judge Barbara Hobbs was publicly reprimanded by the Florida Supreme Court for getting involved with her son's arrest and failing to properly manage her staff. The reprimand came with a $30,000 fine, a 60-day suspension, and requires Hobbs, a judge in the Second Judicial Circuit since 2012, to attend an employee management program. If you
Hey, she got him off, though. There's no way they dropped those charges, bro, with that interrogation tape. Man, once it went to trial, she talked to that judge and was like, judge to judge, judge to judge. Something happened because she got reprimanded, bro. They wouldn't have reprimanded her for no reason, dog. That's crazy. I would have sued the fuck out of them and that county and that state. If I'm that lady, bro, I got shot 2 times by this crazy ass person. No, at that point you already in trial though, Ashley. At that point you already at trial. I mean, maybe they paid her off. Maybe they paid her off. That's the only thing I could think of.
You
Well,
enjoyed this video.
Kenny, if your guy was on the inside of the door and somebody was breaking through the door, then I can see why he got off. But that was the exact opposite scenario. That guy was trying to break into a room that his girlfriend was hiding, and he had the gun. And he had the gun. That's crazy. Next story is gonna be evil mother realizes she's going to jail
Now, Sierra
forever.
Day, 24 years
Let's check it out.
Now, Sierra Day, 24 years old, and her boyfriend, Deontay Lewis, 27, were both found guilty this afternoon of charges that include aggravated murder and child endangering in the death of 4-year-old Anaya Day Garrett.
Then came the disturbing photos showing the condition in which authorities found Anaya. The 4-year-old weighed a mere 28 pounds and likely died before she made it to the hospital.
I think it's just the overall evidence was clear cut. The photos obviously were horrendous, and just the ongoing pattern of abuse over a long period of time.
Okay. So we don't have much longer here. Okay, spent enough time here. I need you to understand something. Okay. Do you know what you're going to be charged with when I take you back over to the jail?
No.
What do you think you're going to be charged with?
I don't know. I don't know nothing about the charges. Never been to jail.
You're going to be charged in your daughter's death.
Hmm?
You're going to be charged with her death.
What you mean?
She passed away. She was dead when you guys called us. She was already dead.
My daughter is dead?
She's dead.
Day's reaction to Ania's death is underwhelming, and it doesn't look like she is truly surprised by the news.
Sierra, she was dead for hours before you called 911.
Speak for your daughter. Tell us what happened, Sierra.
He just
Speak
woke
for your
up.
daughter.
I'm speaking. When we woke up, he just said, did you smell something? That's all
Oh yeah, that's when we do our pre-records for sure. Our live stream set up a little different, Kenny. But thanks for checking out the channel, man. I appreciate that.
he said. It was who that we had smelled.
When do you think she died?
I didn't know.
Do you think she died
I thought she was
overnight?
still, no. I thought she was still breathing.
She wasn't breathing. She's been dead for hours. You know how I understand? I know that. Sierra,
No, I don't.
I'm not a doctor. Who do you think determines how long that person's been dead?
I don't know. Doctors.
Yeah, doctors. But not just any doctor. The kind of doctor who specializes in examining the bodies of deceased people. Okay? So someone with a specialty in death investigation, a medical doctor, a forensic pathologist. Absolutely, without a doubt, she was dead when you called us. And for hours before that. What was going on in those hours before you called us?
She was in the bed. Deontay woke me up and said, babe. Because Anaya was good. She was breathing. If she wasn't
When was she
breathing,
breathing?
she was breathing. I had her in the tub. Because I had to wash her up.
When did you have her in
Bruh, every fucking time with these abusers, there's a fucking bathtub involved, bro.
the tub?
I had her in the tub after she boo-booed.
When was
I
that?
told her, she said, Mommy, can you lay me down? I'm sleepy. I'm tired.
When?
Sunday.
What time on Sunday?
I don't remember what time you just said my daughter is.
How long before you called us did the bath happen?
The bath wasn't that long.
So she was already dead when you gave her a bath?
Oh, she wasn't dead. Anaya was alive, sitting up.
Well, that's
sitting
not
up. The day before.
That's not what Deontay tells us.
The detective is lying today to get her to confess. Lewis maintained throughout his interrogation that Ania was alive.
What is Deontay telling you?
Well, he tells us she's dead when you give her a bath.
She told you she was dead when you gave her a bath.
Did you guys decide together to bathe her after you knew she was dead? Whose
No,
idea
she
was
was
it?
up.
Whose idea was it to bathe her?
Both of us. It was both of
You
ours.
decided together to bathe her?
Yes.
Okay.
And she was responsive.
She wasn't responsive.
She was responsive. She wasn't talking. She was just saying, Mommy, I was sleepy.
Dead kids don't say that. You're young. Okay, you're overwhelmed. Tell me when you started feeling like this.
I feel like what?
Like overwhelmed.
I've been feeling overwhelmed. I'm a young mother.
Okay.
I try my best.
Okay.
Deontay came along to try to help out. I was a single mother before Deontay.
You don't have to do this anymore. You don't have to play a game with me.
I'm not.
You don't have to stick to this lie.
I'm not sticking to no lie.
Listen.
I'm not sticking to no lie.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I'm not sticking to no lie.
When Deontay came along, did things change with you and Anaya?
I told him she started acting weird.
After when?
Because I was single for so long.
Okay.
I told him that.
How did he react to having to have a 4-year-old involved with him everywhere you guys went?
Deontay,
I know they haven't said nothing, but I got a feeling her boyfriend was touching that little girl. That's just the vibe I'm getting. Like she been covering this shit up.
know if he took the initiative to be there just to be with me or my daughter. And Anaya did tell me before, I don't like noodles, but he never did nothing to harm her to say that.
Okay. You knew she was dead when you called us.
Hey, Errol, welcome to the chat. Verna, welcome in as well.
I did.
I
You
just
have
thought she
training in
wasn't.
early childhood education.
I just thought she wasn't responsive.
You have recent CPR training. We know.
I just thought she wasn't responsive. I didn't know my child was dead. I thought that it was something that the paramedics could do. I thought that it was something. No, hell no, I didn't think my daughter was dead. I just thought she wasn't responsive.
When was the last time you saw her responsive?
In the tub.
How many hours before you called us did you have her in the tub?
She wasn't in the tub for so long. She wasn't in the tub that long.
How many hours before you called us
It wasn't that long. She lay down for a little bit, then I got her back up. And then I noticed she wasn't breathing. She just fell out.
Bro, they always say that shit. They just stop breathing in the tub. Like, what the fuck type of poison do y'all be? What type of fucking shit do y'all be having in y'all tub, bro, that be making these babies fall the fuck out? Every child abuser always beats their ass in the tub every time. Like, what's the point of that? You think like giving it a bath, giving the child a bath is gonna fucking make the bruising go away? That's not how that shit works.
You have one last opportunity, and I want you to understand, okay? You're not going home. You're being charged with this, okay? Your cooperation could go a long way. We're going to charge you regardless. So withholding information from me is not going to stop me from charging you, okay? You have an opportunity here to be honest with me. I'm not judging you, okay? I want to understand what led to this. Help me understand.
I don't know. It could have been Deontay. I'm not liking Deontay. I don't know.
Did that put you in a position where you felt resentful toward Anaya sometimes?
What you mean resentful?
I don't know. You said that.
You said it could have been Deontay.
Yeah. Anaya not liking him. What did that trigger?
He whooped my daughter before.
He what?
He whooped her before.
He whooped her?
There are no witnesses who ever saw Lewis punishing Ania. Day's family said that she was in charge of discipline. Day is feeling trapped, and she is willing to sacrifice Lewis. Right now on my Patreon, you can watch one of the most disturbing.
Said something. My brother took the blame because he knew Mike probably would have flipped on Deontay. I told Deontay, you can't whoop my child no more. And he was like, that's just a discipline because she doesn't listen. He used to discipline her, putting her arms up. Something that I never did because I know Anaya started acting weird.
I have a doll that we use to help with cases like these. I understand it's more of like an infant size than she is, but if I get it, can you show me what you're talking about? Okay. Do you know where it is, suppose? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna take off her handcuffs so that when you bring it back in, she can show us. Okay. Listen, you relax, okay? I don't judge you. Okay? I need you to just relax. Are you okay?
My daughter's dead.
Okay. But I mean, you and I are working together right now.
Yeah, well, how old was the baby? Like 4, 28 pounds, bro? That's way too light. They never fed that little girl.
When did this happen where your brother, was it your twin brother?
No, it was my brother Eric.
Your brother who?
My brother Eric.
And he took the blame for injuries on Anaya? When was that?
This was a couple of months ago. He was in the store or whatever.
Yeah.
Anaya has a little temper. She gets mad when she don't get her way.
Okay.
Anaya wasn't acting right, and Deontay went home from the store and she knocked everything over. And he whooped her. And after he got done whooping her, I noticed it was a little mark on her.
Yeah.
And I told him to stop.
Okay.
Because he told me that would probably make her act right. Never once held a build up to Anaya. Never once put my hand on Anaya. And I noticed Anaya noticed a change. Because what I didn't do, he did do. But I felt like Deontay wasn't trying to be harmless. He was just telling me maybe she'll act right. Maybe she'll stop doing this. Did I feel afraid? Yes, I did. Because it's my daughter and I never once whooped her. And I know Anaya looked at me weird. Very weird. Because I never whooped my daughter. Never disciplined her. I was always calling out as her mother. I just never disciplined her.
Were you in the store when Deontay whooped her?
He wasn't in the store. Waited till we got home.
Okay.
And I didn't like to speak to him. That made him mad.
Did you find it? Okay, you can bring it. So we understand that Anaya is bigger than this, but you started to say something about putting her hands up? Okay. So where...
Deontay brought it to my conclusion because I never did nothing with her.
Okay. And this... Okay, so the first whooping is which one?
Right here.
Okay, and where was Anaya? Sitting or standing when it
She was
happened?
standing.
Standing? Okay, go ahead.
She sat on her arms and he was just whooping her. And he like this to get her to act right. And he had told her to go to the bed. She went to the bed.
Okay, was he holding her up off the ground while he was whooping her?
Yeah.
Okay. So it wasn't like he was holding her and she was on the ground. He was holding her up.
Because she was moving.
Her feet weren't touching the ground. Okay. And he was whooping her with what?
A belt.
A belt. Okay.
His belt.
What up, Em? Welcome to the chat. Angelin, welcome back.
His own belt? Okay. And that was a couple months ago?
A couple months ago.
It's amazing how quickly Day was willing to turn on Lewis as soon as she realized she was facing charges. Oddly enough, Lewis refused to admit that Day did so much as spank Ania.
Okay. And then which of your brothers took the blame for it?
Eric Johnson.
Eric? How old's Eric?
25.
Who did he tell that he did it?
He told her dad.
Is Mikhail or Michael, however it's pronounced, is he friends with Eric?
Used to hang, not so much, just a little bit.
What did you guys say to Eric to convince him to lie?
He didn't want to do it. He just didn't want Deontay to be in no trouble with my baby daddy. Because my baby daddy told me he didn't want him dude around my child.
Okay. So did you guys have to make up that story after the
I'm doing good, Johnny 5. Welcome to the chat, man. Appreciate you.
dad, Michael, found the mark on Anaya?
Yeah. Michael, no, I never put my hands on my child. That's why I was weird towards him.
Is that when you started kind of limiting his visits in case Deontay whooped her again so he wouldn't see it?
Michael was always busy. He was always too busy.
Okay.
And when he did come, when he did get Anaya, he barely kept her for real.
So it sounds like you've struggled as a single mom without a lot of help from Michael. Is that right?
He had 2 kids.
Hey, shout out the chat. We up to 50 likes, y'all. Let's keep pushing to 100.
And when I was with Michael Teron Garrett, I would have Anaya and I would have his son Zay. Michael was a music artist. He would be out doing his music.
So you're not only taking care of your child with Michael, you're taking care of his child that he has with another woman?
And when Anaya was in my stomach.
I don't like that at all, Tisha. If it's not your kid, you shouldn't discipline it. It's that simple to me. You should not hit or discipline anyone else's child.
I watched Isaiah for him. Michael was very focused on his music. He never had time for Anaya, neither his son. I was always stuck with Anaya.
Multiple witnesses say this was not the case and that Garrett was active in the lives of both of his children. Garrett had gone to the
Yeah, look at this picture, bro. Look how happy and shit he is. Now she trying to say he a deadbeat. Women always do that shit. When men don't want to be with them, they're like, he don't take care of his kids. He a deadbeat dad. No, bitch. He just don't like you. He love his kids.
Police about Day's treatment of Ania and had actively been seeking custody, which is hardly the actions of a disinterested father. It is very telling that Day says that she was stuck with her own daughter.
That's difficult. What?
Yeah, that shit's weird to me when people be like, man, I'm stuck with my kid or I gotta watch my kid. Bro, you don't gotta watch your kid. You're a parent, bro. That's fucking parenting. There's no watching or babysitting. Like, bro, that's your kid. You're parenting. That's what you fucking signed up for.
Before I had Anaya, her dad was putting his hands on me while I was pregnant with her.
Where did you guys live then?
He's going through a lot with my parents. We was at his friend's house.
Did you make a police report?
Police report for what?
For when he put his hands on you when you were pregnant with Anaya?
First time I did. No, I didn't.
You did not?
No.
Okay, so there's no report of that. Okay. You started to say something about Deontay putting her arms up? What is that about?
I didn't discipline her at all. I just talked to Anaya. Deontay came to the conclusion to put her arms up like this. And I can see fear in her
Hey, Sheena, welcome to the chat.
eyes that she hated it. And she looked at me like, Mommy, you never done this with me. That was a way that he told me to discipline her. And I felt like...
How long was she made to hold her arms up like that?
Until he told her to put them down.
All right, so can you...
Yo, chat, we still don't have any sponsors for today's episode. Make sure you guys check out the super chats, our gifts, and also our memberships, man. Memberships start at 99 cents a month. Definitely think about joining our membership program. Comes with a lot of cool perks, and we're a really tight-knit community. So everyone appreciates when you do so.
You stand up and show me what she was made to do. I'm not understanding fully. And were her arms touching anything?
No.
She had to hold them up in the air?
Mm-hmm.
Well, at least two of your brothers, right? Eric and your twin, Isaiah?
My daughter's dead because of him. She could have prolonged it because, he whooped me. Kids can kill themselves because of what's going on. You know what I mean? And Haya was so smart. I felt in my heart she prolonged to do this because of the discipline she was getting from him. Miss, I knew this was wrong. I knew the shaking was wrong.
Okay.
He did it about twice. I knew that was wrong. I knew it was wrong. Not want to see. I watched him walk. Yeah. And I said, don't do her like that. And I played her. I placed her back on the bed.
She lying. She lying. She lying. Honestly, just the way she talks, like, really irks me, bro. Like her cadence. Her cadence is mad fucking annoying to me.
Okay. She had something on the right side of her head and ear, swollen with dried blood on it back in May. So there definitely was a mark.
That was when we went to the park.
Okay, well that's not what you said. That back in May.
Children from service came out twice.
Yeah. Besides May, what other time did they come out?
They came out recently because I felt like my baby daddy was mad that I placed a 5-year restraining order, so he called 696 kids.
Mm-hmm.
And when she came out, everything was good. She checked my refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why I felt like they really came out is because the mark that Deontay had left, because that's what Michael had mentioned.
Okay, so you're talking about a time that's more recent than May. I was originally talking about back in May of 2017.
Back in May, 696 was called because Anaya had a scratch in her head that I wasn't even aware of.
Okay.
And she had something right here in her head that came from when we was at the park, and she fell. She had on sandals. I was tossing and turning. I couldn't sleep. I left my job. I was stressed when I left my job.
Yeah.
I said, Deontay, this is not your child. You can leave whenever you want to, and this can be on me, and you was the cause of it, is what I told him.
Yeah.
And he said, baby, I'm not going to leave you because I know I was the cause of it.
Lewis never placed the blame on Day, but he also never accepted any guilt. It seems more than a little strange that after treating Ania that way and disregarding Day's protests, that he would suddenly change his attitude and place the blame on himself.
He was like, I should have thought, I should never whooped her, I should never did this, because that's when she started prolonging it.
They did this shit together. She lying, bro. They both beat this kid. They both were hurting that child. It wasn't just this man. It's almost like they took pleasure or pride in whooping this child because it was that other guy's baby. That's what's so scary, bro, about having kids that live with like your ex, because you don't know the man they're going to bring around them. You don't know what person they're going to change into. Because a lot of times, like your partner stamps you. You know what I mean? Like when you're with someone for a long time and y'all really cared about each other, there's characteristics of each other's personality that you're going to pick up. And if you guys are bonding over beating your ex's husband, your ex's child, I could see that happening, bro. I could just see that shit happening the way she spoke about her ex-husband.
Okay.
I was basically just listening to him. Because I thought, it ain't no thought. I knew he wasn't going to be right. I just let him do it.
You just let him do it.
And she looked at me as if she knew she just looked at me as if, Mommy, you don't do this to me. And I let him. He knew, and I knew. She started acting weird after the way he whooped her was hard. She never spoke to him. She would just talk to me, and he'd be like, she don't want to speak. I'm like, no, she don't like what you're doing. And I still let her prolong. I could have stopped the shaking. I could have stopped the way he picked her up. I knew Anaya was looking at me totally different. She's 4.
Bro, she's a 4-fucking-year-old. She not looking at you. She only looking at you to save her, if anything, bro. She don't have the intellectual power to be like, Mom, I'm disappointed in your actions. No, she was fearful for her life.
He has blunts. He smokes blunts in the
Not in
apartment?
my house. No, I don't allow that. I can't deal with smoke.
Okay.
So my boy can't smoke weed in the house, but he could beat the shit out of your daughter. Talk about some backwards ass morals, bro. Backwards as fuck.
Okay. So on Friday morning, she was sitting in her bed, eating a breakfast sausage very slowly. How long did that take?
One, and it wasn't a whole, it was a half.
And how long did it take her?
A minute, a long time.
Hours?
He came back to me. He was like, baby, she's still eating the breakfast sausage. And I just said, just let her eat it.
How many hours did it take her?
It was like 15 minutes, but it was a little piece. That's why I was concerned why she was eating so slow. The sausage.
Okay.
Circling there.
Did she ever eat anything after that breakfast sausage on Friday morning? Was she ever able to eat anything again?
Friday, no. And I think Saturday is when we tried to give her the chicken nuggets and french fries. Mm-hmm. And I put it back in the refrigerator. I said, just leave it.
Mm-hmm. And what time did she go to bed on Saturday night?
He put her to bed.
What time?
It was dark outside. And before he put her to bed,
Yeah, that girl was only 28 pounds. You right, Tim. They never cooked her breakfast. She probably ate noodles like 2, 3 times a day at best.
he just said, baby, I do this. He just grabbed her. He just grabbed her by her leg and just said, she faking, she faking, she faking, she faking. And I said, baby, stop. It can cause a seizure. Don't do that.
Yeah.
He's like, baby, she faking, she faking. I'm getting tired of her faking. It's been too long. And I said, shaking is not going to do nothing. And he placed her in the bed.
When you say place, can you show me with what kind of force he's placing her in the bed?
No, he actually just grabbed her by her arm and just laid her in the bed. And he walked out.
Okay.
He said she's going to keep prolonging it. And I said, Deontay, she's prolonging it because of what you did. She's acting weird because of what you did.
Okay. How did she act Saturday during the
Like, bro, just the choice of words. She acting weird because of what you did. Like, bro, are you fucking stupid? She's prolonging it. What is she prolonging? Her own ass whooping? Like, and then y'all like, baby, baby. Like y'all talking like loverly as you fucking whoop this child, bro. Like, this is fucking disgusting, bro.
Food in the house.
When's the last time your family saw Anaya?
Come on.
Last time they saw her was in November because me and my sister got into it.
The fight was due to Day's sister questioning her about how she was disciplining Ania.
And I found out she was messing around with an ex of mine, so I stopped bringing Anaya around.
Is your sister the one who called Children and Family Services?
It was both.
Which ones? Which sisters?
Erica Johnson and it was Michael.
And Michael?
Yes.
Well, besides, and that's your natural sister? Blood sister? And how did you find out that she called Children and Family Services?
Through my brother Eric. He said he overheard her conversation.
Yeah. What did he say that she told them?
She didn't really tell him nothing besides she's getting hit like a man. And that's what made the lady come out. And I felt like the lady came out because of the bruise that was on her back from when Deontay whooped her.
Okay. What'd you tell the lady when she came out?
It just made it seem like everything was good. I didn't want her to
hit her. Do you remember what you told her? Do you remember what you told the daycare had happened?
I notified the daycare.
You what?
I notified the daycare when she had that.
And what did you tell them
my
happened?
dad's house when these bruises happened. Never once touched my child. Never once disciplined a night. She wasn't bad for me.
Okay.
She'd do little stuff.
All right. Here's the problem with what you're saying. You're telling me that you notified the daycare that it happened when she was at your dad's, but that's not what you told the daycare back then. Okay? Do you remember?
I notified the daycare.
Listen, you didn't tell them that it happened at your dad's. That's a
It was
problem.
different.
Do you remember where you said it happened?
At dad's.
It was different. You know you lying, bro.
That's not what you told them.
It was different teachers in and out her daycare.
Okay.
I know what I told the daycare.
Okay, well.
Bro, these bitches always be like, I know what I said. Like, basically, like, you fucking lying, bro. Like, just admit to something, bro. Why can't people just have some fucking, I mean, asking this monster to have some fucking dignity or responsibility would be kind of stupid to say, right? So my apologies. I retract. I know what the fuck she is.
We have documented right here what you told the daycare in December of 2016. I'm thinking that because you lied then, it's hard to remember, so you don't remember. Do you remember what you told them?
I'm not lying.
Well, you told me that
Cause I know
you notified the daycare it happened at your dad's, but that is not what you told the daycare back in December of 2016.
I feel like I'm being confused right now.
Okay.
My daughter's dead. My daughter's fucking gone.
All right. Did you want to talk about any of these injuries that happened May 2017 or earlier, before Deontay was in the picture?
Lady came out based on a scratch
Yeah.
in her head and this right here.
Yeah.
And I explained that to him.
Sure.
I didn't even notice Anaya had that in her head. She had braids in her head. She had beads in her head.
Okay.
I notified the daycare. I said, took Anaya to the park. And I said Anaya was running because she was going towards the swings and stuff. And she fell. She had a little scrape, a mark on her.
Okay. What was the concern on Thursday with Anaya? How was she acting on Thursday?
Anaya wasn't being herself. She wasn't acting herself. And I knew she wasn't herself.
What, did she walk at all on Thursday?
No.
She did not walk?
No.
Did she eat?
She ate a saucer, a half a circle saucer. I set her up.
All day, that's all she ate?
A saucer? This bitch talked like a 3-year-old herself. I see why her baby daddy was trying to get, her baby daddy got away from her and was trying to get custody. It's a shame, bro. It's a shame. Good dads, it's so hard for them to pull them away from bad moms.
She didn't want nothing else. I tried to give her a pop. It's like as if she had drunk it, and then she didn't want to drink it.
Okay.
Yeah, she might have not wanted to eat that day. Honestly, she probably was fucking concussed, bro. Sounds like she had a brain injury or some type of concussion. She was just laying around. She wouldn't walk. She wouldn't eat. She seemed disoriented. That sounds like a brain injury, bro.
Okay, so she wouldn't drink. Did she sit up?
I set her up.
So she would not sit up on her own?
Oh, I set her up.
Okay.
And when I look into my daughter's eyes, I can see the fear.
Yeah.
Of her just looking at me like, Mommy, why would you let him start it?
I love this cop because this girl keeps looking for sympathy or trying to be like, why did I do this? Like self-loathing, like beating herself up, like she feels guilty. But this cop isn't letting none of that shit ride. She's just like, oh yeah, okay. So tell me about these injuries.
Okay. So there was no Red Lobster. We can scratch that off the table. On Thursday the 8th, Anaya did not walk. She only ate half of a circle sausage all day.
Tried to give her chicken nuggets and french fries.
She wouldn't drink, did not sit up on her own. You saw fear in her eyes. Right?
Lots of fear.
Okay.
I've been saw fear.
All right. And we've gone over the others. Anything you want to tell me about last week, Wednesday, Tuesday, or Monday? Anything happened on those days that you remember?
She wasn't walking, I know that. She wasn't walking since Harper Crust. She wasn't walking since the whooping.
Okay, so no walking any of those days?
No.
And she has not walked on her own since Harbor Crest?
Since I lived in Harper Crust.
Right. Is that right?
She stopped after he whooped her really bad.
Okay.
She prolonged it.
Mm-hmm.
That's now they're blaming her. She prolonged the ass whoopings. So she got whooped so bad that she couldn't even walk no more. No wonder why you wanted a restraining order against your ex. You were trying to hide all this damage you guys were doing to his daughter.
And he said it's fake. And I said it could be because she's scared.
Mm-hmm.
He came up with the push-ups.
Yeah.
And putting your arms up with her.
Yeah.
He choked her.
Mm-hmm.
Held her up to the air.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't like it.
Right.
He made her hold her cheer up.
Yeah, Johnny Five. That's what I said. She had a brain injury, bro. She had a concussion at the least. But the way she shut down, I believe she had a brain bleed, which would cause internal organ failure to your guys' credits. Nicole.
I knew ever since he whooped her, that's the reason why she stopped walking.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why she stopped walking also, she didn't want to put her arms up. She didn't want to be in a push-up position. So she stopped walking.
Hell nah, bro. Ain't no kid gonna come up, a 4-year-old, gonna be able to understand that people are paralyzed, right? It's not like a 10-year-old who understands, oh, there's paralyzed people in the world. Let me try to play like I'm paralyzed so I don't have to go through these punishments. A 4-year-old can't put together their thoughts like that. They don't understand that people have disabilities and can't mimic disabilities because they don't even know what a disability is. You ever seen a small kid who sees somebody's with a major disability? They ask very curious questions, like almost intrusive, because they're so innocent that they've never seen nothing like that before.
Nana was telling me down online how she didn't like Noodles. She didn't speak to Noodles. She didn't talk to him. Even when I was taking her daycare with me, he'd walk in when he bringing me lunch or whatever, and he'd be like, no, I'm not speaking. I know why. She's gone. It's because of the shaking. The way he shaked her wasn't a soft shake. It was a hard ass motherfucking shake.
So do you think that if she wasn't already dead on Saturday night when he shook her before bed, that was what killed her?
The shaking. Because he did it. He's a man.
Mm-hmm.
He's strong.
Yeah.
He did it with force.
Do you think her neck might be broken?
She's little. The way he was shook her, it was very hard. And I knew it was very hard because I would tense up.
Day refuses to take any blame and goes so far as to say that she tried to get Lewis to stop.
I'll be right back.
And I could,
I'm not in here trying to judge you or what. Okay. Okay. I don't want to keep you up too much longer. Okay. We both need some rest. But I want to give you the opportunity. That if Anaya could read this, that she had survived what you would write her in an apology letter, okay? Are you willing to do that? Okay. I'll give you a couple pages, okay? I'm not in here trying to judge you or what
Hey, shout out Susan Marie. Thank you for joining our membership program. We appreciate that. Members are definitely the heartbeat of this channel. So everybody give Susan a warm welcome to the team and a big thank you.
Okay. So it's probably going to be helpful for you to write that down, okay? Take as much time as you want, okay? Tissue here if you need it. I'm going to be nearby, but I don't want to be hovering over you because I want you to write from your heart and I don't want you to worry about how I feel about what you're writing, okay? This isn't for me, okay? This is a letter between you and your daughter, okay?
will I be able to see her?
I don't know. That's a good question. Okay. What would you do if you could see her?
Give her a hug.
Just give her a hug.
Although Day is emotional, it is more likely that she is more upset over her own possible fate than she is over the death of her daughter.
Yeah, she don't care, bro. She just mad she going to jail now. She know she about to get charged from how the detectives talking to her.
I knew why she was wrong me to do this, and I didn't say that. I was afraid to say something because he kept telling me it could work out. Do this and do that. I couldn't stop my fucking daughter's death. I could have stopped it. Like, I know why she prolonged it.
Right. I don't want you to get too upset. I want you to write your thoughts down, okay? I think it's going to be helpful for you to write your thoughts down, okay? Okay? All right, I'm going to grab an extra pen in case this tendency to run out of ink. There's one more. There's plenty more pages. You can write as long as you want. And here's plenty of pens. I don't think you're going to go through all of them, but I don't want you to not have something you need, okay? All right, I'll check on you. If you need something, you just yell, okay?
Can y'all play some gospel music or something?
Play gospel music? That's a good question. Gospel music? Hey, that's it. Office. My boss is gonna do that for you. Okay. Will that help you? Okay. Were you brought up in the church?
I could just stop the miss. I don't know why. Because I'm young. Because I try to be in love. I'm even young as fuck. I don't know. I'm not a bad person.
No.
I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. God, no, I'm not no bad person. I don't mean no harm towards nobody. I don't mean no harm towards my child. I don't mean no harm. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a fighter. I don't do nothing. My daughter's gone. And I could have prevented it, but I was a dumbass. If I would have told my brother Eric, it probably would have stopped. I should have said something.
To
my brother Eric.
About what was going on?
Yes.
Because he kind of knew what was going on, right? I mean, he knew a little bit.
Because when he walked there, and he asked me before, do you let Noodles whoop her? My mama asked me before.
Your mama asked you to?
Yeah. Yes. And it surprised me when my dad asked me too, and I said no.
Yeah.
My mama knew he did, because she kept asking over and over. I'm like, no. I'm like, no, he don't. She knew it, because she's a mother. Just like I knew I'm not your prolong this, because she was afraid of me. My own brothers told me she was acting weird ever since I started dating him. I better fucking stop, and I didn't. It led to this. Oh, God.
Can we just...
All of the concerns Day's family expressed centered around her rather than Lewis. Sierra Day was found guilty of multiple charges, including murder.
Shit, my bad, I was muted. But you can see the damage, bro. Look, her lip is cut. It looks like there's scarring or bruising on her forehead. That's a lot more than being shook, dog. I mean, shaking is terrible, don't get me wrong, but it looks like that she was struck. That poor child.
An aggravated murder. She was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Thank you for watching. Check.
She got life without the possibility of parole. Shout out, baby. What was it, Naya? Man, shout her out. Justice was served. Man. Justice is served. And then we also got
a grand jury indicted mom and her boyfriend charges for murder and more.
All right, we'll put that on the save list. Let me put that on the save list. Hey, Brandon, thank you for the sub, man. We appreciate you. So that'll be our next one. That'll be our next one. Let me set that up. But yeah, man, that was a crazy case. I'm definitely glad that she got life because she was trying to pin that shit solely on the boyfriend. We'll do the boyfriend's interrogation video next stream. I just wanted to thank everybody who showed up today and showed out. Shout out to all the members who showed up and showed out today. Shout out to our newest member, Susan. Shout out to, did we get any? I think we got some jewels earlier this stream. No, Susan was our only donation. So shout out to Susan for sponsoring today's episode with her membership. Appreciate that so much. But make sure you guys got post notifications on so you guys are ready when we go live tonight. We're just gonna chill for now. That was a crazy ass case. Kind of want to reset. I get sad when the kids get hurt, man. That shit fucks me up. But we got to go through all these cases. We got to check out all these criminals and get to the bottom of it. You know what I mean? That's what we do here at Fade King True Crime Reviews. Remember, chat, you guys are the star of the show, so I appreciate you guys so much. And you know what I mean? I'm only a co-host, so when you guys do your thing in the chat, it really makes the show go easy. You guys did your thing today, so I appreciate all you guys. Make sure if you haven't signed up for your membership, you do so now, man. Get yourself a membership because we're growing really fast, and it's a good way to prove that you've been here since the beginning. But with that being said, man, I love each and every one of you guys. Peace and love. Thank you for watching.